Talk. Get ready for in-depth discussions on everything from the court to the field, mixed with the business and culture that orbit the sports world. Whether it's the latest blockbuster trade or the societal impact of sports, Two Men On with your hosts, Van Nunley with producer Isaiah Johnson on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
It's Monday, Albuquerque! You know what that means? That means it's the right time for the wrong guy. I'm Fred Slow. Van Nunley is with me. We are in studio. Isaiah Johnson producing this program. And Go Birds, David Weese-Carl is with us. David, can you put down your book? David Weese-Carl, Vice President of the New Mexico United. You put down the book you're reading so that you can join us on the program?
Can you please take this seriously? You're sitting here reading. What are you reading?
Just trying to really tap into my inner excellence.
Okay, here we go.
Go Birds!
Yep. Philadelphia native, David Weese-Carl. What is that a Super Bowl jersey? You already have the Super Bowl jersey?
Come on, just happened yesterday. I already got the jersey.
They overnighted that bad boy, or you just knew and you bought it ahead of time?
I bought it after the NFC Championship game. Come on.
Oh, my
Love
gosh. It was not a close one yesterday.
No. I think we gave the Chiefs the beat down that most of America, all of America, except for people outside of maybe Kansas City.
Yeah, Missouri.
Wanted. So
John Hamm
can suck it.
Yeah, okay, right. Cut that off.
Hey, when he introduced the Chiefs and his voice cracked, I was like, dump everything on Philly. It is over for Kansas City. This is the worst possible start they could have.
Super Bowl was yesterday. We'll talk about that at length. Everything that surrounded it was...
I must say, nobody in Texas was rooting for Philly there, David.
Yeah, I don't think anybody... Anybody really cared about
Now hold on, DWC. Zay is not speaking for all of Texas.
No.
He's speaking for Zay.
I'm speaking for all of Texas. Trust me.
It's the same team who thinks they're America's team, not even Texas' team.
The best... we are definitely not talking a single ounce of Dallas Cowboys today after the Eagles win Super Bowl and the Chiefs lose their dynasty. Hurts finished the season 16-2 with 42 tutties and 8 total turnovers.
Yeah, but he's not good, right?
I heard he's not good.
Yeah, he's not good.
Jalen Hurts should have been Super Bowl MVP when they lost.
Amen to that. He had one of the best games a quarterback has ever had. He just had one bad fumble and it cost him the game.
Not this time.
Devonta Smith is the fifth player to win a national championship, a Heisman, and a Super Bowl.
It's pretty good.
Are you joking?
Also,
he's only like 24. So,
fun fact, the first skill position player from Alabama to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Took a while.
That's unbelievable.
That's crazy,
is that
right?
Real?
It is accurate.
Wow. That's unbelievable. All the receivers they've had come out of all the running backs wow. Yeah, that's
stud after stud after stud. He was the first one from Alabama to score a touchdown.
Go on.
Not a non-quarterback.
Saquon was booty, though. Didn't get 100 yards.
Hey, you know what? If the Chiefs want to stack the box and stop Saquon and leave everything else available, great. Love that.
So that's why Jalen Hurts had a good game. Yes, I'm going to be that guy. I have to be that guy.
That's fine. You can be that. You can be that guy from third place in the division, only ahead of the worst team in football. Congratulations.
There's worse things that make me I shouldn't be that guy. But that's one of them. But I will still stand strong and be that guy.
Does that guy also talk about how Kellen Moore saved his career by quitting the Dallas Cowboys?
There you go.
No, I think Kellen Moore saved his career when Saquon Barkley went to the Eagles.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true at all. Let's see how he does in New Orleans.
Isaiah's argument all offseason is going to be that noise because he has nothing to say.
Well, how Kellen Moore do in the Chargers? That was awful.
No, got to Philadelphia where he won a Super Bowl, and now he's going to coach the Saints.
But he's on the Chargers first.
He didn't even get a return flight out of New Orleans. Now he'll show up with the parade.
Second straight Super Bowl that we've gone to and left a coordinator there. It was Jonathan Gannon in Arizona.
Aw.
Right. Yeah.
Now it's Kellen Moore.
That's convenient for Kellen, though.
Saved us a little bit of money.
Yeah. You can go get loose on bourbon after the bowl. You got to worry about flying home.
Probably already got a
new home.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts named Super Bowl 59 MVP.
Licks.
Which I don't think I quite get. Because I saw that kicker make 8 kicks, but they only counted 4 or something.
Jake Elliott, man.
Yeah.
What is that stuff?
He had the worst year. So he's been one of the best kickers in the league for years. Jake Elliott's been great.
Mm-hmm.
This year, awful. I think it was like 1 of 8 from 50 plus. This year he was terrible. But turned it on the moment where they needed it most. And despite the fact that we got 3 false start penalties on our own.
He made 7 field goals, only 4 counted, and he had how many extra points? 4? Yeah, yes. My number was close.
There you go.
This is wild.
Also, I hit my parlays. It's a great night.
Excellent.
It's a great night, guys.
I missed them all.
I had your birds, but I had the under.
Wow.
Yeah.
They covered on their own.
Yeah. No.
But it was close.
It was close.
Yeah.
It was close.
I
I even bought it up to 51 and a half. I was like, no way, these two guys are not going to eat the clock.
I took the over. My only one that I didn't hit, and if I did hit it, would have been great, was I had Saquon on the first touchdown, not Jalen, which is on me. I really should have known.
Sure.
Oops.
I had them both. And Vegas was so happy Saquon didn't get an anytime touchdown.
Yes, they were. Everybody bet that.
Almost every parlay, it's something like 73% of parlays had a Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown.
I didn't do anytime. Like I said, one of them just had the first touchdown. I didn't do an anytime. So I'm happy about that. I took the over. I took Jalen over 1.5 passing tutties and over 213.5 passing yards.
The game obviously wasn't that exciting,
which is great
for everyone except for, Bird Boys.
Yeah.
But the most exciting it got for me is when they backed up the Chiefs onto the 3-yard line, and both me and my lady friend had a ticket for an anytime safety. Oh, buddy.
What were your odds on
Dude,
that?
those walls in my house were rattling. They were like 24-1.
Oh, that would have been pretty.
It was wild. They did not get one, obviously.
All right, now, hold on. I'm checking the, just looking here. Looking at something. Okay, so the internet says Carson Wentz could have done all this. So that's a big deal.
Patrick Mahomes did? Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
He's like a smidgen faster than Patrick Mahomes, too, right?
You know what's really funny
He
is
could have avoided 2 of those sacks, maybe?
the Eagles have won 2 Super Bowls, right?
Let me check the math.
Yep.
Okay.
Carson Wentz watched his backup win both of them.
Oh, that's so
in
funny.
person.
That is so funny.
Tom Brady watched both of them happen, too.
Philadelphia native Kenny Pickett
Hey!
closing out the bad, but that's like Dennis Eckersley coming in, really.
That is like, imagine, that's your dream as a kid. I'm gonna play for the Eagles, and I'm gonna win a Super Bowl. Well, he took a knee, but he was the last one to hold the ball.
Yeah.
I think Jalen Hurts became my favorite player. I watched it happen.
Yep.
And I've been pro him for so long. The bench in the national championship game, right? We're going way back in time.
Yeah. Alabama.
Loses the starting job next season to Tua, who, by the way, great kid. Transfers to Oklahoma, balls out.
Yep.
Untouchable. They still say he can't pass.
Yep.
They still say he can't run. They still say he can't lead an offense. He created a whole new type of run.
He can run. He's
2.5 yards. One yard right up the middle.
73 yards rushing.
And now he's the Super Bowl MVP. Never complained to anyone. Never talk stuff.
Why is he so criticized?
I don't know.
It's a cross. Oh, go ahead, Zay. Please, lay it on us.
He just because he worked really hard and put his head down and actually did that thing that everyone claims they do, which is grind.
In a day and age where athletes are so criticized for being over the top, right? Everybody in national media, it's like, this guy's too much, whatever it is. This guy puts his head down. He grinds. He says all the right things. He doesn't give media anything to go nuts about. And oh, by the way, he wins almost every game he plays in. And people still criticize the hell out of him. He can't throw it enough. He can't run the right way. He doesn't do anything the right way. The man just won a Super Bowl MVP. Get off him.
So
Zay's going to say, well, hold on, allow me. Zay's going to say, yeah, but that one time where Dak beat Jalen in Philly 3 years ago. Is that right?
No, he is 9-4 against the Eagles. But that's not where I was going with it. So here's the thing. It's an interesting thing because the Eagle fans and Cowboy fans usually hate each other. But they do have 2 things in common.
It ain't wins.
Well, everything else. Well, Dak's 9-4 versus the Eagles. But everyone else.
How many titles you got? Since how many playoff wins you got?
How many Kellen Winslow coordinators or Kellen Moore coordinators do you have?
Were you alive last time they won a Super Bowl?
No, I wasn't.
He was not.
Cool. So what I was saying was that the Eagle fans are the reason Jalen Hurts gets the criticism he gets. It's like LeBron, where you don't hear LeBron do anything really to deserve the hate himself, but it's his fans. And also, as far as Jalen Hurts, are we going to act like he doesn't have the most stacked roster in the league? I mean, he had the number one defense. The defense is 100% the reason why that game is so lopsided. He played awesome. He played great.
Nobody disagrees with the fact that he's got a stacked roster.
They're all very good.
That's not what we're saying.
So when people are I guess it's like they're saying, "Hold on, he's not doing everything."
Well, he doesn't need to, and that's exactly, you just made the point.
Exactly.
Right? He doesn't need to do everything. The thing is, he could do more. We've seen it. We've seen him throw for 300 yards on average in a season. We've seen him throw for 30 touchdowns in a season. But that's not who he knows. That's not who he has to be in this offense. And he's being.
He is that though.
But he's being what the team needs. Right? He's not turning the ball over. He had one pick last
3
night.
tutties, rushes for 72.
He had one interception, one turnover in the entirety of the postseason. Right? He's being exactly what the team needs. He's taking care of the ball.
He routed him.
He got 74 yards rushing, 73 yards, whatever it was, rushing. He's exactly what the team needs. He's the ultimate team player.
Would you compare him to like Russ on prime Seattle, Legion of Boom?
I mean,
no, he didn't.
That's not a discredit at all.
He didn't check out of a game-winning play.
No, Russ was a good player in Seattle, right? Again, but Russ was not needed to be the 300-yard passer every single game. So there's some similarity there, right?
If Rush had the brotherly shove, though, like he would have got one.
I never saw him throw a 46-yard dart to Devonta Smith.
And I don't want to hear. I've heard it all season. I've heard it for several seasons. People complaining about the brotherly shove.
Yeah.
All right. If you hate it so much, get a quarterback who can squat 600 yourself. I mean, don't criticize the man for what he's able to do.
That's the hottest
I think they have
heard.
the science down. I feel like if Pickett went in there, he could pull it off.
So do it, right? If you hate it so much, it's an unfair advantage for the Eagles. We need to ban this thing. Get you a quarterback in a line that can do it. Otherwise, shut up.
Here's the real truth. He got benched in the Super Bowl. Let's talk about that.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. You know, when you can bring in your backups in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl, you feel pretty good. I'm a very stressed Eagles fan. I know that's like redundant, stressed Eagles fan. Very rarely do I think a game is decided. We got into the fourth quarter, I had my feet up. In the Super Bowl.
Dog, you got into halftime. You watched Kendrick with your feet up.
Yeah. In the Super Bowl, guys.
Wild.
It's the most stressful game you can play.
No, not last night.
No, not last night.
It was bottom tier.
It was great. I loved how much everybody else probably was bored. But all of America loved seeing Patrick Mahomes lose.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of the GOAT talk with Mahomes. Yeah. It's like, look, no, don't compare this to 28-3 Brady. He's not Brady, okay? And then you saw it. You saw it. With Mahomes, he's yet to go through the adversity Tom had to go through.
He's doing it right now. This is it. This is Pro Wrestling 101. This is the middle of a rubber match. The first one, the big, bad, hated Kansas City Chiefs, they put it on the up-and-coming Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles, they don't even have it in them to make it back the next year. 2 years later, they come back with a rematch. They spoil them from a legacy, and they're going to do it again next year. It'll be these two teams next year, and Kansas City wins that one because that's how pro wrestling works. And they show you, kid. It was the Hulkster all along.
Dynasty's over. Chiefs had to come in all year.
Patrick ain't going anywhere. And all segment say, I think Kendrick is rubbing off on you too much because you trying to steal the King Hater title from Kendrick. Say something nice. One thing.
It's a typical
I
Cowboys.
did. I did. It's personal, the Cowboys and the Eagles. That's why. It's one of those things. It's like little brother, big brother.
Straight to the Chiefs and Mahomes, too.
We know the truth, Isaiah. We recognize you don't know what winning looks like. We recognize that you can't criticize it.
Well, you see the yellow on. You know I'm a Lakers fan. Okay, so let's not say I know what winning looks like. Okay, just maybe not in the
winning
football
looks
world.
like whenever the Cowboys sign Kenny Pickett and he comes into that locker room with the Super Bowl championship ring.
Yeah.
Real quick. You're a Cowboys fan. You're a Lakers fan.
Yes.
Oh, don't do
You
this.
excited for the Yankees this season?
I'm leaning more Dodgers. Yeah, well.
Hey, what about
fair? They're also spending billions.
Hey, how are those Duke Blue Devils and Notre Dame Fighting Irish doing?
There you go.
Whenever we get back from the break, we could the jokes that you've heard all day. It's Two Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610 live from the studio. Also, Workhorse Armory, big President's Day sale this upcoming weekend. 5% off your purchase at Workhorse Armory. Go see they. Tell them the boys sent you. Also, send us a cool pic of whatever you get. It's Two Men on 95.9 FM and AM 16. Man, does our social media have a recap of the Super Bowl?
It will right now.
Check it during the break. The Sports Animal. program. Welcome back to Two Men On. David Weesey Carl, B New Mexico United, is with us. He's the vice president, but today he's an Eagles fan.
Every day I'm an Eagles fan, Fred.
Weird sentence. This is our fault that the Eagles won, man. This is our fault, Isaiah, that the Eagles won. We did this, actually.
Go on.
Yeah, because they said in the post-game press that it was everyone talking about the three-peat that fueled their rage. Tracks. Super tracks.
Yeah.
You think the team playing the Chiefs only started trying to beat the Chiefs because they won 2 in a row?
Fueled their rage.
Like they just have to now they want to win the Super. Now professional athlete who's worked their whole life for it. Now they want to win the Super Bowl because of idiots like us who grab the microphone.
They said that's what they said. It put NOS in their engine. I don't know if that's a good example. I'm just trying to.
Nitrous.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I said NOS because that's what I saw the label in Fast and the Furious.
Okay.
So that's what I thought it was called.
That Vin Diesel commercial.
I missed it. What was it?
Bummer.
He was just eating ice cream. It was cute.
Oh, because he's fat now.
No, because he was taking things slow. Just relaxing.
Hey, that's your name, dude.
Fred Slow.
Hey, that's you. Go Birds.
Okay, you can't just say go Birds.
You want to bet?
He's not gonna stop.
I never have I ever stopped. I don't know if you know this. We won the Super Bowl.
DB Cooper DeJean.
His birthday
Yesterday. Happy birthday to he. And he, for one day, became the most famous white athlete on the planet. Take that, Luca. As he did that thing that had not been done, which is, he took it back to the house.
I was saying, play cornerback as a white man?
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
He's everyone in that building's favorite player. I know that because I saw them cheer for Donald Trump when they put him on TV.
Fair. He's also from just outside of Philadelphia. Grew up just outside of Philly. And I saw
what, Westchester?
So,
Bestchester?
I got
that would be the part he would be from.
I got a theory.
Yep.
Fox. Game was on Fox.
That is, let me check that. Yep.
Fox News.
Yeah.
Loves.
You see the 10-minute propaganda?
45/.
100%.
Loves 45/47.
Yeah.
Can't have him dissed on live television. So much like the Indianapolis Colts used to do in their stadium, they pumped in cheers.
They did.
Because
that happened.
If you see any video taken on the interwebs, it was not cheers.
What?
No.
You're going to tell me all those 1%ers inside the Superdome in New Orleans didn't cheer for their leader? They did.
First off, the 1%ers aren't clapping or cheering for anything.
That's a good point.
Chapping, let's smash them together.
Yeah.
They ain't getting chapping on their fingers.
Yeah, they're not clapping or happy. They're not chapping.
They're not clapping. These are the 1%. They're putting out zero effort for the game. They do not care. They're there to network.
They're the reason we can't afford to go.
They're just there to take the seat, to take the box of actual NFL fans. Not because they even want to be there, not because they like football, just because it feels so good to rub it into the faces of the poor.
Yeah, that's why they believe a lot. Like if you look at some of those European crowds, and they're so like live, and they, I've heard it's like
lively.
It's like, look, you got everybody in America. In order to get in some of these big games, you have to be in a certain tax bracket on average. So you're not going to catch the people who are truly passionate about the sport because they're not able to afford the tickets. So that's when people are at home breaking their TVs and having all the viral videos at home when they should be at the game, increasing the atmosphere of the game.
Even on a lower level, right? Like NFL games in general, right? I went to the Eagles-Cowboys game. I went to both of them this year, Philly and then the one in Dallas. They were both blowouts. But so the game I went to in Dallas, you get to the third quarter, it's pretty much over, right? It was a blowout. I'm not here to talk smack, but you guys suck. But Cowboys fans start leaving the game, right? And it starts to get empty. It gets empty in the lower bowl. The upper bowl is still full of people, and that tells you what you need to know, right?
Yeah.
The real fans aren't the ones who can afford the suites. They aren't the ones who can afford the 50-yard line. They're the ones who, man, this is what I got. It's going to get me in the stadium. It might be the worst seat, but damn, I spent my money. I spent my paycheck to get here. And those are the fans, in my opinion, as somebody who works in sports, those are the fans I want. I want the fans who care.
They should price allocate sections by what you make a year.
Ooh.
This would be
socialism.
Hey, this is
the standard deviation.
Fans America right here.
Yeah,
I
mean, we do it for taxes.
Let's do them like districts 1 through 12. All right, keep going.
Okay, so if you want to go to the Super Bowl and you make What's the average salary? 60?
No, not even
it's
close.
actually like 35.
It's like 32, yeah.
Okay, if you make 35K, you get into a giant lottery with everyone else who wants to go to the game who makes 35K. You put down a deposit, and then you draw tickets. Yep. Whoever gets to win gets to be in that income stadium bracket.
Ticket cost is associated with it.
And then you have another group. Our family makes 120K. Okay, this is what tickets will cost for you. We put everyone who wants to go and pay
this
that.
This is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
This is a great idea.
Maybe just for the Super Bowl.
That's not it, because okay, you keep going, because this goes to resale too. Because you can't get like your face value regular season $137 football ticket to the 35K person. And they're gonna be like, oh, dollar signs in their eyes. I'm gonna sell it for 20K to Joe Schmo CEO and make a killing.
Yep.
Nope. No resale value whatsoever.
Great.
You sign up for the Super Bowl lottery, you have to go.
No.
This is fair and equitable.
I'm all for this.
This is the worst idea I've ever heard. This is why people buy lottery tickets. For this ignorance right here. This is why.
Do you pay deposits on your lottery tickets?
Yes, $1.
Do you have to prove your income?
Yes, $1.
No.
You have to have at least $1.
That's not an income. That's not a deposit.
It costs $1 to buy a lottery ticket.
So let's say they were selling,
and then you would get idiots.
22 just to walk into the lottery room and get a lottery ticket. You have to pay $2,250, which is the lowest face value.
Where did you come up with that?
That was
NFL. That's the lowest. That's the lowest face value ticket.
$1,200 ones.
No, there was
not at face value.
Oh,
yeah. Maybe for rich people like you.
Exactly.
The one I got offered was $1,200.
You should have taken that.
No, there was only one.
Why didn't you?
Well, like I said, there was only one, and I was there with my friends.
Well, I was desperate to go back home anyway, so I was free ticket to go to the game or nothing.
Well, Fred texted me to come on the show today. I was like, "You guys you're back."
No, we got back yesterday.
Yeah, well, I just assumed you were at the game.
No, we didn't press in, so we did all week, and then you kind of find out well, you either know right away, right away. You're one of the big, if you're from Philadelphia or if you're from Kansas City, you're in.
Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true.
What?
I put in for the lottery, the Eagles lottery, to get tickets, and I did not get tickets.
I mean press.
The press.
Yeah, not sorry people.
Just for press passes.
Oh, not us poors. Sorry.
Yeah.
I will never pay for tickets that much for anything.
Same.
Yeah. Never, ever.
No, I wouldn't even park in GA.
No.
I might. Go Birds.
Here are the tickets I bought in my entire life. That list is now over.
Okay.
I spent way too much money in my life for the amount of money that I make on sporting event tickets. Way too much.
It's all relative.
So just sporting event tickets, just think count like flight tickets or anything like that.
Yeah, it doesn't count. I mean, flights are associated with a lot of those, right?
Yeah.
And I've spent money on concerts and other events too, but sporting tickets are probably the most expensive.
I think dropping $1,000 on a ticket to fly somewhere is okay.
I've done it.
But to get into a place, it would have to be the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, and I would have to have at least 10 times that amount of money.
And a time machine.
I mean, that's. I mean, for me, the most I ever spent on a ticket was the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, you have
Astros World Series. I forked over some cash for that one.
Yeah.
That's it. I think after that one's I'm done.
Yeah, I took a break.
Either pressed in or nothing. I got to see the one as an Astros fan. That was sweet.
I get paid to go to New Mexico United games. That's fun.
Yo, great deal.
Yeah.
I kind of adjacently do.
Kind of adjacent.
Not directly from the team.
Secondarily.
Yeah, it's like a secondary thing.
Yeah. I think it's ipso facto.
Yeah. You know what I do get paid in? High fives from the sweet fan base out there.
There it is. Go Birds.
It's obviously Super Bowl talk today. We do need to go over this bond stuff at some point.
Oh, yeah. Whenever you want.
Not right now.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. Also, cannot wait to explain to people how bonds work. Because it is like that. It is so much like that.
It's not what some in the local media would have you.
I just don't. What do we do in primary school? What do we do?
Yeah.
What do we teach people? How do you, as an adult who functions in everyday life, not understand how a bond works?
The same people don't know how to send a letter. So that's a thing.
What letter? A?
No,
Scarlet.
Yep, Scarlet.
Good one.
No, literally, put a stamp on an envelope, put a letter letter in it.
I know.
Where do I write
you
things?
Drive to the post office.
But where do I write things on the envelope? Apparently this is a thing that kids these days.
That's a dead medium.
Anybody can do it now. You just walk to the post office.
Yeah.
You go up to the AI kiosk robot.
Correct.
Send a letter.
You explain where he wants to go, and you kind of just hover it in the air. And then the magic arms come around and grab it, takes it back into their robot body. They fold it for you, package it, and sends it off.
But they try to hand it back to you, but they do it like one of those Korean street ice cream vendors. And every time you go to reach for it, they pull it Turkish. I said Korean, I meant Turkish.
Okay. Those are
very
Those
different.
communities are so close together.
It's DEI, guys. It doesn't matter.
Who can get those confused?
I'm the worst. When we get back from the break, I got a million more talking points. They're all primarily about the Super Bowl.
Great.
Also, did you guys know when I got back yesterday, my first stop, 6-6 Diner?
Oh, that place is
I
great.
was craving.
That's hilarious. My first stop was Sadie's.
Craving.
I desperately needed some Sadie's green chili in my life after having all of the Creole food.
Oh, did you guys have a touffet? I know we got to go to break.
Literally everything.
Yeah, we went to that Taste of the NFL stuff. It's all the food from all of it.
Yeah, Louisiana bingo. I hit them all.
I went with
do the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah, I was telling
Even in my debilitating condition of being plant-based, like I still ate so much.
It's so good.
I was telling Van off air, but they did it at the World War II Museum, which is like an entire city block down there. It's incredible, this thing in New Orleans.
Yeah, fantastic.
And I went with the gal that runs Visit New Orleans, which are whatever their equivalent of Visit New Orleans is.
Right.
Anyways, it's underneath their wing. So I got this like private tour of the World War II thing, and I was, oh my gosh. I was like, this is way better than football. It was way better, because also I got to eat New Orleans food. It was actually a low-key cool night.
Best food city in America. Right there.
What is it?
New Orleans. New Orleans. It's New
It's
Orleans.
not. It's not. No.
Don't say it's
I
St.
think
Louis.
it's Houston.
Don't say it's St. Louis.
I think Houston is the best food city that I've ever been to. There's so many options. It's affordable.
So that's the thing right there. I think what you mean is
Like the best
unique,
food.
their food.
I think
their own unique food to New Orleans
I think it's
and Southern
I
Louisiana.
think that is what I mean. I think it's like the New
'Cause
Orleans food is the best unique food in America. As far as maybe like number of options and depth of food around the world, it's probably not New Orleans.
No, I already know.
They both start with New Orleans and New Mexico, obviously.
New York has beautiful food.
If we're talking about unique foods, you guys are both wrong. It's any carnival.
Well, doesn't that inherently make it not unique? If it's any carnival.
Like a travel, like a circus.
I'll let you make Carnival Cruise. So that passes.
That also travels.
It's both good.
Dang, do you like boats and diarrhea?
How do you feel about literally being locked in your room if you have a temperature over 100 degrees?
Think I'll drown if I eat 10 corn dogs and jump in the pool?
Let's find out. David, can you imagine DWC on a cruise watching the Super Bowl?
Oh, God.
I want to go to that. What's that sports book in Vegas? The Cirque, the rooftop pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks so cool.
It's a blast.
Yeah, and there's one on top of the Cosmo too.
Yeah.
I've done that.
That looks like a blast.
Yeah.
Just chilling in the pool all day, watching sports, betting on sports. Come on.
I like that.
Swim up bars, swim up gambling kiosks.
What more do you want?
Never
You
getting out to pee.
You can get you can swim up to a kiosk, get a digital ticket if you register an account, not have to swim around with a paper ticket, and also, most importantly, not die of electric shock.
What more do you want?
Yeah, nothing.
Your best friends.
I'd pay $10,000 for that.
That's such a weird number. It's do it on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. David Weesey Carl, Vice President of the New Mexico United native Philadelphian, and Go Birds joins us.
Got a bone to pick.
All right.
Okay.
There's not a single New Mexico United item on the walls in there, guys.
That can't be true.
I've been looking.
Hold up. Oh, you know why? This is 100% why. We just took down, you can look at that empty spot, the season schedule. We have the schedule poster out.
Guess you knew it.
Yeah. That's a push. We do have Albuquerque Soul, remember them?
Love them. I was a season ticket holder.
New Mexico Runners, I'm the broadcast voice of that.
Love the Runners too.
Hey, I do love the Runners. They got a new head coach. They're in the mix.
Andres does a great job. I've gone to many a Runners game. It's a lot of fun.
Tom Brady all year got set up for failure.
Good.
Tom Brady all year from Fox was given booty games, like cowboy games and stuff. And then he got to the Super Bowl where he was more prepared than he's ever been for anything his entire life, and then had to throw out half of his notebook whenever Patrick Mahomes was bottom tier.
Had no idea what to talk about.
Had no clue. I think my guy's pretty good, but he did not prepare for the possible outcome. And by the way, who could have? I guess you did, because you just showed me all your parlay bets.
I did all right.
Yeah, you did all right.
We're big on a right of first refusal. You want the biggest name or the most talented person to do the job.
Yeah.
So why was Tom Brady there?
You have to offer it to Tom Brady because he's the biggest name.
Biggest name.
He is not the most talented.
Not even close. Give me Tony Romo 10 days out of 10 over Tom Brady. And I hate the Cowboys.
Isn't he on the other channel?
Yeah.
No,
We're just talking in general.
Fox only. Pulling from the Fox.
Greg Olson was an absolute crusher last year. He did fantastic.
And I love Kevin Burkhardt, by the way. I think he's great.
Oh, his back has to hurt from carrying Tom Brady
right.
through that thing.
Pairing him up with Tom Brady, I feel bad. He's terrific.
The issue for Tom also is, he's not like a Shaquille O'Neal where he's going to poop on the younger generation. So I'm sure in the back of his mind, when he's watching Mahomes, he's like, yeah, this is why he's not better than me. That's why he's not better than me. And if you're not prepared, you can't try to just go off the top of your head, or you might accidentally say something that could be taken the wrong way.
Good point.
Well, he's still in the fellowship too. Like he gets a Hall of Fame vote, or not Hall of Fame, season vote. He gets all that. Like he's in the mix. All right, heads up, guys. During the break, I ordered a BB Cooper DeJean jersey, so it's on its way.
Hey, this is for real, like a reverse Jackie Robinson moment. You know how many white kids were told that they can't play that position?
A lot of them did.
And they say, I can't play cornerback. How about the guy who got a pick six and won the Super Bowl?
He won his birthday.
His rookie year on his birthday.
I mean, that really did. That play sealed.
Yeah, he's going to be an absolute inspiration to people who never thought they could do it before.
He's an example of just throw out DEI. Just put your best players out there. What, Dave? What? David, what?
Nothing to add. Go Birds.
Well, Cooper's a pure athlete.
He is.
Yeah, there we
And
go.
it's not like
easy with the pure.
Yeah, don't say pure.
Hold on.
Senior. Well, I'm getting at though. Senior in high school, he passed for over 3,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, and he rushed for over 1,200 yards and 24 touchdowns in one season. So, as far as an athlete's concerned, he's just a special athlete. He's a kick returner.
The fact that the Eagles got him in the second round is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I mean, he was one of the top-rated DBs in the entire draft, second top-rated DB in the entire draft. And by the way, they happened to get the first one in Quinn Young. So, sure. I mean, it's unbelievable. The work that Howie Roseman has done over the last few years, going back basically to the Devontae Smith draft pick, everything from that point on has been absolutely terrific. I mean, now, don't get me wrong, not taking Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson is one of the all-time players in the history.
Well, you can't hit them all.
But since then, he's been pretty much perfect.
Yeah.
Free agent bring-ins, the draft has been unbelievable.
Best head coach. It's the best head coach.
Nick Sirianni's the best head coach.
Yeah, all time.
Wow. Okay, so now I know you're joking.
He's like top of the second tier.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Top of the second tier.
So he wins it again next year. And you know what he does then? He puts his index finger out and he points at fans and he says, I told you. Just like he told him earlier in the year.
Well, David, one thing I must say, though, is with Cowboy fans, where we do give credit where it's due. And I think it's out of jealousy. We're very, very jealous of how your front office is ran.
Yeah.
The Eagles, it's not even like it's fan-ran, but usually what the fans are thinking, like, oh, if we can get that guy, that's who he goes out and gets.
It's why the Eagles are going to have Myles Garrett next year.
It's like something like that. It's literally not. Mm-hmm. It's not out of the question just because
really
how the front office is. They're going to try.
That's how Howie does things. And the thing is, what also helps, listen, I was having this conversation last night. You get these guys, and I'm not even talking about Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, although they're part of it, right? You get these guys like Zach Bond is a great example, right?
Perfect example.
Zach Bond was on the trash heap in New Orleans.
Special teams guy.
Out of position.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything. Oh, now he's the best middle linebacker in football, right? So that's on your scout team. You get guys like Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, who, yes, were highly rated, but nobody expected them, I don't think, to be Defensive Rookie of the Year finalists.
Friend of the show, Nick, says, did Isaiah just say... No, excuse me. Friend of the show, Nick, said that... Friend of the show, Isaac, said, the white guy pick six is the most rare play in all of football.
It's true. It's true. But you get these guys who hit in ways that you don't expect them to hit, right? Zach Bond's a perfect example of that. That allows you to then reallocate resources to these guys who are on... Zach Bond's going to get paid this coming year, probably by the Eagles, but if not, by someone else.
Has to.
But that allows you to feel really confident with the back end of your defense and then spend money somewhere else. If you have Jalen Carter and Myles Garrett on the same line, oh my God.
It's scary what they did.
That'd be unbelievable.
Who's their third stringer? Even that guy was busting through the gap,
The whole
giving the other
defense.
gus a break.
Defense.
Milton Williams.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Milton Williams.
Josh Sweat had 2.5 sacks, a forced fumble, and a forced interception.
What about Jordan Davis? Where is he at?
Yes. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, you get guys like Keely Ringo breaking up passes. Who the hell is Keely Ringo? Outside of Philadelphia, nobody knows who he is, right? I mean, it's everybody stepped up on that defense, and I could spend a whole segment talking about Vic Fangio and how he's the best coordinator in all of football.
And when he has an offense that scores more than 10 points, he wins games.
I mean,
What's impressive for Vic, too, this is the first time he beat Andy Reid. Andy Reid was 7-0
So
against him.
I saw in those
and
games.
Patrick Mahomes as well.
So the stat is, just to be fun, because this is a fun stat, in those 7 games versus Andy Reid, his teams averaged 9 points offensively. Like, isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Like, to not have an entire side of the ball ever show up for you.
What happens when you have an offense, right? You get the best O-line in football. It makes all the difference.
Well, and Philadelphia is the best quarterback in football.
Yeah, sure.
Are you talking about Super Bowl MVP?
Yes,
Jalen
Super Bowl
Hurts?
MVP.
He's the best one.
But the thing, it's across the board, right? Like, example, Saquon Barkley's a great example, right? Maybe the most obvious one. He was very good in New York, behind the worst O-line in football for 6 years, and his talent was being wasted. And take out the fact, my homerism, right, of loving that he's on the Eagles and he's terrific.
Is he Penn State?
Penn State alone.
Okay.
But think about it just as a football fan. Because he was allowed to leave New York, we all got to witness the greatness that was Saquon Barkley. Whereas if he stays in New York, which is, by the way, what he wanted to do, if he stays in New York, we never see this version of him. We never see 2,000-yard Saquon. We never see MVP finalist Saquon. We never see this guy who had the most rushing yards in the history of an NFL season. But because New York decided it wasn't worth paying the running back position, we got to see it. So thank God for that.
Yeah, it was really a great acquire by the Eagles, especially, if the running back position is going to be devalued, it's not like the Eagles can change that. So if you're going to go get a Saquon Barkley for $8 million a year, go ahead and do it. And it was a perfect puzzle piece.
It's the greatest acquisition in the history of football.
The day we signed him.
It's not just the Eagles this year. Ravens got Derrick Henry, made a run.
Yes.
Packers got Josh Jacobs.
Yes.
Made a run. Texans got, oh my God, I'm going blank. Used to be a Bengal. Mixon. They got Mixon.
Yeah.
They went on a run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saquon's the first guy to lead the league in rushing and win the Bowl since Terrell Davis in 98.
I mean, it's the value. You could make it, simplify it, and say it's the value of the running back is undervalued, and I think that's true. But I think it's more of a conversation about allocating resources in a way that allows your team to play to its strengths.
Fun fact, Jalen Hurts is the first quarterback since John Elway of that 1998 Denver Broncos to win a Super Bowl after losing his first appearance. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, live from the studio, because tomorrow, Van, we're at Rio Bravo Brewery. Hang out with your boys. It's going to be a lot of fun on a Taco Tuesday. The Sports Animal. Two men on. David Weesey Carl, the vice president of the New Mexico United, is with us, and his football team won the Super Bowl yesterday. Woo! He is our there he is.
Go Birds! Give me a light pole. I'm gonna climb it.
They didn't really do anything.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they took a whole pole down and carried it.
Yeah, the mayor pled with us to not climb light poles, so we listened to her and we tore them down. Yeah, nobody can climb anymore.
You know what they call
Also, she deserves it for
She
not
can't
being able to spell Eagles.
Shut up.
Yeah, that happened.
You didn't see that?
Oh,
It's a couple weeks ago.
No,
Yeah,
I saw the Bradley Cooper one.
no,
it was rough.
not the play.
What was rougher, them tearing down that pole or Patrick Mahomes throwing 2 interceptions in the first half?
Nothing rough about that. It's terrific.
It was hard to watch. Like everyone, blah blah blah. That's not Eagles fan.
Yeah.
Was like, we just want to see a good game. Want to see Kendrick go off. We'll talk about it in a minute. We just want to see a good game.
Do you think people?
It was not.
Do you think people want to see a good game, or do
No.
you think they wanted to see
saw exactly
the
what they
Chiefs
saw.
get their stuff
Yep.
kicked in?
That's what they wanted.
I disagree. Like, if you want to see them lose, like watch them lose at the last minute, see the heartbreak of them falling to the floor. They had heartbreak like halfway through the fourth quarter that you really can't capture when there's still being a game played.
Even worse.
You have to show the gameplay. You can't only show people crying on the sideline.
But they did show a guy crying on the sideline in the third quarter.
Not enough.
What people want is to hear the mayor spell Eagles wrong. And I've got it pulled up.
There you go.
It's our Isham Diddle soundbite of the day.
Let me be 1,001% clear. Traveling to the Eagles game today is essential travel. If you are driving, just go slow, but get there.
That's slow.
If you are catching SEPTA and mass transit, just get on mass transit and
Wait
get
for it.
there.
Is she just the
But
PR
making
machine?
it to our Philadelphia Eagles
It's
game
called a mayor.
on today is essential.
I mean, I know
Thank
ours.
you all so very much. If we now want to take some, questions.
Oh,
Any?
no, we don't.
Well, listen, we've got to do this. Let me hear you all say
There it is.
E-L-G-S-E-S,
No, that's bad.
Eagles!
That's very bad.
Elglis.
Let's go, Elgis.
Isham Dental, abq.com, 505-881-0422. Reach out to Scott at Isham Dental, and he can fix your smile the way he fixed mine. I got a whole grill of veneers.
Look at you.
There we go.
They made it past New Orleans too, so congratulations.
Ooh. Did way better than my wallet. All right. Final words, DWC.
You know what they are. Go Birds, baby. Go Birds. The dynasty starts now. Let's
When we get back from the break, local culture expert Gabe Gambino joins us on the program as he tries to explain to me the actual significance of the Kendrick Lamar halftime show instead of you idiot zealots, Van and Isaiah, trying to put it over for no good reason whatsoever.
Kendrick Lamar is incredible. Don't listen to any slander Fred Slow says in the next segment. Thank you.
DWC,
I got your back, UWC.
you're about to have the best 2025 of your life.
Let's go. Go Birds.
Also, join us later in the week as we're going to talk what bonds mean for the Mexico United.
It's almost Unitas.
2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. Happy 5 o'clock. Most of you didn't make it into work today. Today's the most called off day in the entire year.
As it should
from
be.
works.
You know, Mr. Trujillo, Chiefs fan over there, called off. Don't know if it's for the same reason why most people call off.
I don't know, check his Monday after the Super Bowl last year, see what happened.
I bet he was here.
Our boss, Jeff Berry, was in the building after his team lost.
It's a man of character and integrity right now.
Joining us on the program is Gabe Gambino. He's a local culture expert, and he's going to talk to us about the significance of the halftime show because it went over my head. I couldn't see it, and I couldn't hear it because the audio was mixed poorly. So, Gabe, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me. It's good.
You want to put your mouth on that? You want to?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Why don't you try harder for a change?
Oh, my God.
It's your first
I want to
sentence.
congratulate Kendrick Lamar for winning the Super Bowl.
Kenny Lamar?
Boo.
Agree.
One of the
It was
worst.
the halftime show was significantly better than the game, obviously.
Absolutely. But it was a game in itself. You see, it starts out with shapes on the floor there.
All right,
Okay.
hold on. What are shapes? All right, now do me. I swear to God, I'm going to punch you in the mouth. Pull that microphone towards your face. What is the issue here?
If I got to explain.
You can't do
What
audio
shapes
the way
are?
Kendrick couldn't do audio last night.
Kendrick didn't have to do the audio. He has a producer.
They remixed it for the YouTube stuff. Do you guys see that?
They did.
It's super crisp now.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem listening to
Of
it
course you
in
didn't.
real time.
Fan?
Where did you watch it?
Are you being serious? You're not, because you're doing that fandom glasses thing we always talk about. The live mix was absolute booty. No one could understand any lyrics, but they got it on the second try. Way to go, Fox. Also,
So
Apple, I guess, would be Apple.
No, seriously, where were you watching the game? Because I had no
Just
problem
Google
hearing
it.
it.
Google anything. I know you're not going to believe me because of the fandom glasses. We've been over this 100 times.
Well, I mean, I'll keep my fan glasses on.
It was-
because you're going to keep your hater glasses
They're not
on
factual
no
glasses.
matter what.
You could not hear in the first half.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. But I had some trouble. I also have a 2-year-old child.
Yeah.
All up in my face.
Congratulations, by the way,
Thank you.
On your child?
He's beautiful.
because your child is weary of Drake. He's like, Dad,
Smart.
Yeah.
protect me.
That's
Does.
Crazy. It's crazy.
You got to keep Drake away
Right.
from the kids.
All right, so the
Allegedly.
halftime starts, and they don't put the camera on Taylor Swift. They instead put it on a Grand Marquis.
That's right. Well, you have
What's this? What is that? That's nothing.
A Grand National?
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Buick Grand National. It's the name of his album is GNX. Okay,
And is that short for Buick Grand National?
that's right. Well, the X. I think the X is for experimental or something. I forget, but it's a rare car, and that's all he ever wanted, as he said.
That is not a rare car.
The Buick Grand National.
No, that is a very regular car. Keep going.
They were
It was
500 of them.
produced in 1987. In 1987, it was the fastest straightaway car in the world.
All right, according to Wikipedia, it was produced for 8 years, which I think already eliminates it from this conversation, but I'm still with you.
But the
The
87.
87 GNX is
Okay.
different than the Buick Grand National. GNX was the race car version.
Oh.
So the significance of this event, Fred, is
All right.
It was Drake. It was Drake.
that are you a Drake guy?
Well, who's,
He
yes.
is.
I'm really a both of them guy.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm so torn
He doesn't
here.
like to see his friends fight.
I don't, but Drake is look Drake. He's more relatable to me.
If you guys saw each other on the bus,
Because
it's
I've
like
seen
it's
your
an
Tinder
honor.
settings.
I see what
That's
you're
why
saying here.
That's why he's more relatable to you, Zay.
Yeah.
You don't have them set for your age.
There are off-air lyrics right here.
Oh man.
All right, I'm sorry. Bring it back. All right, so he comes out on a Hot Wheels.
Right.
Well, I
So
get
did-
to.
so did,
no,
like
not just-
25 other people.
Not just any GNX, a magical GNX clown car,
That's right.
because 200 of the best dancers in the United States of America ran out of that mother.
Well, not
That's
best dancers, black dancers. I read all about it on Fox News.
That
We
means
see-
the exact same thing, Fred.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yeah, check what you just said.
But when they comprise the American
There's
flag,
not a lot of Cooper DeJeans in the dance world.
Dijin.
they comprise the American flag, right? Which is
The what?
America is built on the backs of black people.
Okay.
That country
There's an
that's
allegory
right above the
in
Gulf of America.
This Super Bowl. So
That's why, but they came out and they put their arms up like field goals because they knew this one was going to be a score. That's why they had their arms up in that position like recreating the field goal post.
Oh my God! You know, Fred right now sounds like the opinion of every guy who's taken a selfie.
Every guy
in the front seat of his truck.
Every guy that's
Ray
like,
Bans.
hold on one second. Let me get my wraparounds on real quick. And then they you know what pisses me off?
So it wasn't. You're telling me
Mexicans.
it wasn't field goal arms. It's no. They weren't doing goalpost arms.
They were doing all kinds of arms. There was all kinds of things, but there are,
Fred was referring to "Don't shoot me" arms.
No, what are you talking about?
Did that just gloss right over you, Gilbert? You didn't. I'm sorry. Good Lord, Gabe.
No,
that didn't that one didn't hit right there.
They put their arms up like goalposts because that's what the music industry keeps doing is moving the goalpost on what's good music.
They're not they're not waving their arms in the air like they just don't care. They don't want to be shot by police.
Yes, and Kendrick's been typically, critical of.
He's the one who takes shots. I've heard that. I saw it on a message board.
But he also, he put the final shot and in Drake's career.
He did not.
No.
Oh, come on, say.
Not his career, just the credibility in the rap and music and art world.
And
he'll still sell albums to teenage girls, but anyone who cares about the industry, the art, or the culture is like, oh, you're done, Drake.
Well, he keeps getting older, and they stay the same age. And when it comes to in the history of diss tracks, in the history of diss tracks, a week ago, Kendrick
Shania Twain, number one.
Possibly.
All right.
But Kendrick Lamar won 5 Grammys off a diss track a week ago.
Mm-hmm. We've had this talk. Grammys don't.
Grammys as Drake has ever won.
We've been over this.
His whole career.
Grammys don't matter.
But also to be at the Super Bowl, right? Which is if you look at the most televised or watch live events on television.
Sure.
It's Super Bowl, like the moon landing, Super Bowl. And so historically,
99 out of 100 every single year are all NFL games viewed in the United States, is what you're trying to say.
Exactly. And so for Drake to try to sue so that he doesn't perform this song and to have it
soft,
anyway,
so
that did happen.
Soft.
That's not why.
That is
exactly why.
100% why.
That's not why I continue. I read all the papers.
What papers? The lawsuit?
Yes.
I am just a barber, so I don't know
of the culture. Of the culture.
Oh, I know the culture. I'm a barber. I just don't know the law.
Well, okay, I'll let you continue.
But what I'm saying is in the history of diss tracks, right? Which I used to have Hit 'Em Up by Tupac, where I was or Ether, right?
I wrote a little side quest right here, Gabe. Mm-hmm. I wrote a paper in college in one of my psych classes that the first verse of Hit 'Em Up is the best caricature of ethos, pathos, and logos in the history of the music world.
That's
You want to ask me what grade I got?
A 0.
It wasn't good.
It
wasn't good.
Was it at least a C?
Nope.
That's
it was a
C
A minor.
That'd be sweet.
Now see, that's great. I like it because he wore a diamond chain, right, with the lowercase a. And he also had. So if you look
for Atlanta, where he's from.
Nope,
no,
that's
from
true.
Compton.
Oh no, okay.
So there's also people in the back with little flags with children on them around the letter A, running around. And so this is a victory lap in this beef that is the most petty and beautiful.
If he did
one of pettiness I've ever seen, I feel
the victory lap taken by Serena Williams was more rushing yards than the Chiefs had.
He hated Serena Williams. Drake did.
Yeah, and after Kendrick says he hates the women that Drake gets with, he brought Serena and SZA both on stage, both 2 girls that are in Drake's past. So that's a little hypocrisy there. But I'll let you.
I don't know if that's what that word is.
Nope, that's not what that means.
That's not what that word means.
Say you got young man brain.
Serena is from Compton. Serena also knows how big of a pile of garbage Drake is, and she was lucky enough to get out of that relationship, and she walked all over his grave.
He dumped her, and she's married, dancing on Crip walking on stage when a Crip was involved in her sister's tragic incident.
Now hold up. Now are we referring to Crip walking as the affiliation with the famed Southern Los Angeles game, the Crips?
It's 100% where it's from.
Are we Well, hold on. We're not talking about origin.
Snoop Dogg does on commercials.
Yeah, we're talking about affiliation.
Yeah,
don't hear the thing you want to hear. Hear the thing I'm saying.
Yeah, Martha Stewart did it on a Skechers commercial. Let's not get too serious.
Yeah, we need to make sure we know what we're talking about here.
But someone from Compton, it is that serious. If you're crip walking.
Not anymore.
Yeah. What do you mean not
It's
anymore?
not anymore. It's everywhere.
What the
You
only
remember
way?
the pop out where
I was
Kendrick
gonna
Lamar,
say that's the only reason it could not be anymore. If it is
so
the
that
case.
he cured all the gang wars after one concert. Do you not remember that?
on Juneteenth, which is formerly a holiday.
Still,
guess
I see.
Yeah, so we did there June 19th.
Yeah.
He's doing all this riding the Drake wave.
It's not riding the Drake wave. I mean, Kendrick never went anywhere. He won a Pulitzer Prize, for God's sakes.
If this wasn't Drake, he wouldn't have gotten the Super Bowl invite. He would not be this. Not Like Us would not have dominated the charts the way it did. He's dissing the real number one. Why do you think Steph was so popular? Oh, he beat LeBron. Oh, is this the guy that's gonna KD? Oh, who's gonna knock off the King? Okay, that guy is the new big time favorite.
Hold up.
Steph Curry's still the man.
Steph Curry is popular because he's little and looks like every kid that likes the NBA.
It has nothing to do with the
They-
3-pointers.
He's
No,
not could have.
well, no, it's different
They
game.
could have easily offered Drake. Why didn't
They have.
Drake ride the Drake wave?
He
That
shot it
reminds
down
me-
2 years ago. They
Steph-
offered him. He shot it down.
Steph Curry's replaced Drake as everybody's favorite beige person.
Well, they're so. Hey, Steph's loyal. He's not like LeBron. He didn't switch sides.
Steph
God.
is the absolute best if you want to defraud the poor with low affordable housing and then strip it away and take all of that money from the state of California. He's top tier.
That's Curry?
Yeah.
All right, I got reading to do.
Yeah, say the guy you just said that was.
He looks like a
I'm
13-year-old
from San
kid.
Francisco. I just like.
Oh,
I
he
like my
defrauded the Bay
Area.
Area. Go ahead and Google that.
Okay,
And-
so you're okay. You're a California guy. I can't sway you here.
Yes. No, you cannot. And also,
be a good person guy. How about that? Can we all be that? Can we all stop identifying by regions and just identify by character? That'd be awesome.
yeah, being real
Press-
St.
press-
Louis-y right now.
Also, I do believe St. Louis is where Hands Up Don't Shoot was created. So figure that out. They put that right at the start of the thing.
Okay, not created.
I know.
Most
Oh,
recently
yeah, okay, touche.
popularized.
I did go to high school in Colorado, which is the home of the school shooting.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
The original.
That's
Okay.
volunteer.
I'd rather be home with a Whopper, but that's cool too.
All right, I just looked up this car you guys were talking about. I don't even think he owns it. I think it was on lease. And luckily, he's only 5'2", so he didn't damage the hood here.
I think
So
he
he bought another one and gutted it just for that.
Yeah,
He's probably.
So his
it's like
production
General
company,
Lee, you know.
PG Lang, his production company, put on the whole show.
Well, hold on. Who's DJ Mustard then?
Mustard.
Yeah.
Mustard on the beat. How
That's not his producer?
That's
For that
pre-produced, not like
song,
us.
do you think a hip hop producer from Compton is going to do a stage show for 100,000 people?
I thought you said production.
Okay.
Producer.
I mean, this whole thing, start to end, it was the show. It was the journey.
There's a difference between a music producer and a production company. You know that, right?
I do now that you pointed it out.
Okay.
Kendrick, so I thought I know everyone, of course, he went to hear Not Like Us. Most people were saying, I don't even know these songs he's
That was
performing.
me. That was 100% me.
That's Fred in the front seat of his truck saying that.
I never heard a single
Hundreds
beat.
of millions of other people
heard
say
Fred.
otherwise.
Nope, not hundreds of millions.
It's
Fred
it,
let me know it's patriotic to pay taxes now. For some reason, I don't get it.
he should have imagine.
Just pay for the eggs.
Not for the people who are getting help.
He should have done radio. If he'd have just done Radioactive, all the people who are complaining would have been happy.
But now that is Imagine Dragons.
Yes.
Well, they did a remix, right?
Yes.
With Kendrick.
Oh, he didn't even write his own stuff?
Kendrick
No,
Lamar
he
writes all
definitely-
his songs.
He also had a song with Taylor Swift and even bother asking her to
Yes.
come out.
That's what I was going to say. Bad Blood or Imagine Dragons Radioactive remix would have completely changed the wave. Online, a lot of people, the people who don't know Kendrick, are
That's me.
complaining.
It would have had
Those who
White's Crazy.
Yes.
That's a
take-
song?
Take it out of my mouth.
No, I mean, I'm saying if he did the Imagine Dragons song, the Whites would have gone nuts.
Yeah, that's also a hard verse.
I didn't know that he did that song, so I would have also learned that in the moment.
Imagine Dragons?
Here's the only thing I knew from the halftime show, no punchline here, Serena Williams. That was the only thing I recognized, and then I didn't understand the correlation.
Now, we all know that's a lie, because we've been talking about Kendrick on this program for years.
No.
And
So-
we've been talking about SZA as well, because SZA is from St. Louis.
yeah.
Serena
He's like,
Williams,
"Ah."
though, too, is that Drake in his views tends to be petty about the women that people used to date or whatever. And
Yeah,
he
he's
would-
very petty. Like
Yeah, so I think this is a little bit of that get back, but on the most high stage you can possibly be on.
Yeah, I mean, that's two, like, I won this be forever moments, won a Grammy for a diss song, got to do that exact diss song at the halftime performance at the Super Bowl, and then not only did the song, used his whole performance, interludes of the performance, to tease that the song was coming.
You're gonna sue me, aren't you? Right? He got him there with the, I would like to do everyone's favorite song, but people like to sue.
You know where Drake is right now?
Ooh.
Canada.
He's in Australia doing a tour.
And he did bullet holes in his sweater.
Yeah.
I seen it.
Yeah, and he did, even just last night, he changed the words to one of his songs. He said, "Beef's alive, and I ain't dying."
Well, I mean, we'll see how his record drop goes on Friday.
Yeah,
drop it early.
So, if Kendrick really wants to do the most hilarious thing ever, he drops another album and steps on his release.
Well, that would be good for both of them, because this album he's about to drop is not going to be like
sounds
typical.
Like doo-doo butter.
Well, no, you even heard it. You've heard a clip. It's going to be one of those slow. It's a Party Next Door album, so it's more for the females.
Well,
that's all his music is for since the beginning.
We have to be real careful where this conversation is going, because we are not at all interested in ever talking about future releases. We are only interested in connecting conspiracy theory styles, the yarn, and the pins that you put in your push board in your weird basement office. Okay. That's all that matters about this halftime show.
Well, then quit railroading him when he's trying to talk about one.
Who's he?
Gabe, the guy sitting right here.
Global culture expert Gabe Gambino.
If he'd stop whispering in his microphone like Kendrick. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Channel. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Two Men On. We're breaking down Super Bowl halftime show last night.
One of the best ever.
Good, not great.
One of the best. Let me pull up the top 10. We're going to go down
Oh, it's not good. Yeah, it won't fall in there.
Somebody said that was the worst one they ever saw, and I was like, you saw J-Lo like 5 years ago.
Somebody
said Lady Gaga.
J-Lo and Shakira together?
Somebody says that every year, though. That don't matter. They're just trying to get clicks.
That's what a lot of this
100%.
negative attention is today.
Oh, we can't get enough of it, and I think it's the only kind of negative energy that really gets me. You know,
Uncle Samuel L. Jackson is he part of the conspiracy theory too?
well, so he's letting Kendrick know, you got to play the game, right?
He's like, it's too ghetto.
Yeah, don't be too ghetto.
All right.
It doesn't have anything to do with like Uncle Tom stuff. It's not like a symbolism for that.
That's exactly that. It's also
It has to be.
It's been to the will of white corporate America. There are multiple examples of that. Obviously, Bloods and Crips and Neutrals
Rage Against the Machine
forming the American flag around him. That was an ode to that. Also, being a PlayStation controller, that was an ode to that.
What is that?
And also symbolism
You
from
could say-
Squid Game.
You could say Squid Game. Yeah,
Yeah, the Squid Game symbolism was also an
Is that
ode to
Korea?
rich versus poor.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
No, also, hey, but seriously, tie in this PlayStation thing. I don't understand that one. What is that?
Controller, controlled.
Yeah, the controller. Yeah.
You
So
know,
it's
Fred,
the buttons on the.
Not the marionette strings.
No, Fred, the reason what basically this is like someone who's deep down not a good person, and they get benefits of money out of attending a charity event. So they attend the charity
Brett
event.
Favre.
Yes, and then start going on and on and on about the benefits of the event when really they're there for the money. Kendrick, you're there to embarrass Drake. Okay, me personally, I love all the background stuff.
What other reason do you need?
Exactly.
That's your enemy.
But if it was somebody else, there'd be many more reasons you needed.
If there was like the Van Nunley Sucks song, and he's like trying to leave his house and just enjoy himself, and every time he turns on the radio, they're like, "Here's another spin." Yeah,
The remix of VNS.
I'm cut from a different cloth though. Like as long as it was a banger, I'd be like, "Oh, I get it.
Oh,
Like,
right.
I understand."
But I think
I hate Me Too. Like I
Drake
get
said it. Drake
Yeah.
he's like, I would have bumped that last song if you weren't lying. He did say that.
Sure.
He's like, that song would
Also,
have been
the Uncle Sam is also a node to a line from one of Drake's disses.
Ooh.
He's like, "Where's your uncle at? Because I want to talk to the man of the house." And so obviously,
oh my gosh. It
So-
was not that deep.
I think I'm understanding
every single layer of his performance is deep. That's how he rolls.
triple entendre.
Every live performance is like that with him.
okay,
He's the most cerebral, creative hip hop artist in the history of the game.
Whoa. No way,
Mr.
that's
Say.
Name one.
No,
Name
I
one.
agree.
Nelly.
I agree with him.
Eminem had
Nelly, that banger of an inauguration.
Eminem, that's nowhere close. Look at Eminem had a song about a fan. His fan Stan kicked out some of the sickest bars, and he didn't even say how good of a rapper Stan was in the letter. That is offensive.
Yeah, he should have acknowledged Stan, and maybe he wouldn't have done all that stuff at the end of the song.
Correct.
Eminem,
Dear Stan, hot bars. Let's do a
Eminem's,
song together.
Eminem's song Darkness. He's got a music video. This is right after the Las Vegas shooting, where the whole song he's speaking out of his perspective and the shooter, where he's saying like, "Here we go. I'm getting ready. I got to go tear up the stage. I'm getting nervous. All this stuff." But he's also going through what the Las Vegas shooter, that mindset of him before he opened up the window, and he's like, "I'm about to peel back the curtains, let it rip, let bullets go," because he spits bullets or spit fire.
He talks about violence almost in every song. I don't. You're missing me here.
Yeah, you're also not talking about a banger. That song didn't even hit top 15 on music. I don't know if it hit top 20.
Well, this is what makes this song incredible, and he tied that whole
Which song?
narrative. Kendrick Lamar is not like us.
Okay. Now, most of us are not familiar with this song. Let's be really clear. I've never heard this thing.
You guys spin it right now for Zay.
I've seen the halftime performance, and here's what I think I just learned from you two, Gabe Gambino and Van Nunley, and you, Isaiah. This song was actually for the fans of these two artists. It was for no one else. It was to upset Isaiah's, and it was to pump up Gabe's and Van's. Guys like me who missed it completely because this was not made for us.
He's like, "This is for the culture."
You
No, it's not.
didn't
Kendrick.
miss this song. We've been talking about the Drake beef on this program for months.
Yeah,
it did not miss you whatsoever.
I had to stop myself from calling in so many times.
It has over 1 billion plays just on Spotify. It's the songs for everyone.
Kids just leave it on repeat.
Yeah, that's also true. He's played everywhere. Here's the big reason why I can't help
the song's not for everybody. That's not true. It gets played everywhere. Okay, which one is it?
Yeah, that's what bugs me about Not Like Us. You got people chanting Not Like Us. I'm like, you're considered us. You're considered they as far as what Kendrick's concerned.
You're not in Trump's America. Will you slow that down?
The thing with Drake, right? You're talking about culture. Oh, Drake's bad for the culture. Okay.
That is true.
I grew up in Illinois.
He's not bad for the business. He's bad for the culture.
Yeah, he's a business decision.
Here's a hypocrisy between some people.
Hypocrisy.
Maybe not you three. Or Gabe and Van.
My overlap is in there for sure.
No. What I was going to say was
golf.
No.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at is that back in 2012, when drill rap started, right? That's like the number one favored rap genre right now, as far as the culture is concerned. It's guys talking about violence.
Overtook trap. Went from trap to drill.
1738.
So when drill music and Lil Durk and Chief Keef and all these guys come out, and the murder rate in America skyrockets through the roof.
Say Lil Reese or return your mic off.
Whoa, wow. Fred is instantly, he's jumped from A to like Z.
Is that guy from St. Louis?
No, he's from
Chicago. He's like with King Louis. Like when King Louis came up in Chicago. But that's fine. We don't need to talk about the history. We only need to talk about these two guys.
Yeah,
because gosh forbid that you guys don't admit that this halftime show was only for you two loser zealot fan bases. It was not for people who like football or entertainment.
Kendrick Lamar is one of the biggest artists in the world. He is for everybody.
He has been for 15 years.
Yeah, he is for everybody. His music is for everybody.
He's so big because he never dropped. He would drop like once every 3 years.
Yeah.
So that's why it was like so highly.
He creates works of art.
Yeah,
he
like
creates
Playboy
living
Cardi.
paintings.
He's like Playboy Cardi, awful artist, but everyone looks at him like he's a great Gatsby or something because he never drops.
Same breath,
fake songs
how
with
dare
Bad
you?
Bunny
You
for
put
attention.
Kendrick and Playboy Cardi in the same breath, dude. What are you doing?
Okay, they're not anywhere near the same as a rapper. Like, yeah,
you're gone off the maple syrup from that Canada's.
2023, Kendrick, Swimming Pools, #1 played song. But Drake, all I know is that when things are going south, he's like, hey, I'm just going to keep talking about making money, going to the club, alcohol. I'm not going to talk about violence, okay? The biggest songs in the world at that time wasn't promoting the violence. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to lean towards this way.
Well, that was COVID stuff, though. Let's be clear.
2012, 2013.
Oh, never mind. I thought you were talking.
You know how hard it was to find ammo during COVID? It's crazy.
Also, I don't think Kendrick Lamar is in the top 10 of biggest stars in the world.
Right now,
he's on Rushmore.
Absolutely,
no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name some guys. I just pulled up a little list.
I mean, like from May of last year to now, Kendrick is probably the biggest star in all of music.
There's no way. Taylor Swift is that or Bad Bunny.
It's those two for sure.
And then I'm just throwing out some names, and I'd have to see numbers of like touring. I feel like that Billie Eilish is real big.
No, it's in a different audience.
With teenage girls.
Sure, they spend money. Oh, my bad. I didn't know we were only looking at the category that you two loser association fan bases identify by.
No, I will
That's
say
my bad.
So teenage girls love Kendrick too. Just not as much as Drake.
Kendrick's new tour is he's doing arenas. He's doing like 25,000-30,000 people.
Yeah, Drake's the #1 tour artist of all time.
There's no way that's true. Taylor Swift.
Well, it's because his tickets right now are $25.
Australian euros.
Hey, Kid Rock does that. Do we put him in the list?
Because he wants his fans to get drunk on cheap beer so they can tolerate his music.
Let's go.
I love the idea.
Yeah, I think if you put like some Malort, if you give me a couple shots of that.
It's a Chicago reference.
Yeah. If I had a couple shots of Malort, I would be like, hey, do the Cowboy song, Kid Rock.
Hey, ball with the ball. Not for real. It's not that bad.
No, if I was like absolutely phased, I would love. I probably would get in my feels about some Kid Rock.
You see, I don't know how he segued that hard into Kid Rock, but
Trump was there last night.
Kid Rock just got. Usually people get booed off stage. Like you boo them so loud they can't start, they can't do their music.
Oh, you're talking about Dominic Mysterio.
Kid Rock was so no-souled that not a person in the crowd clapped their hands, not a person in the crowd cheered for him. They were so disengaged from his
So
music.
I'll tell you,
He
as a
walked off the
musician-
stage and wouldn't continue his performance.
In my music career, like I'll never forget this. It was one of the first shows I ever played.
All right.
It was pretty packed, right?
No, it wasn't, but keep going.
We finished the song and one person clapped, and I wish nobody.
You brought that person.
No, I didn't. I didn't know anybody there, but out of like 50 or so people, one clap. I wish it was 0 claps.
Because then it would seem like,
more than one
it would
clap.
seem like the rule.
They clapped because it was over.
And it was a single clap.
When we get back, we put a
So-
bow on the halftime show. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal. Dirty.
Tell me about it.
Healy's got songs people know.
Drake and Wayne, they would have rocked that stage.
I don't know why you keep trying to put your stupid fan base into this, but
Stop trying to make Drake a thing.
he's not a thing.
He's not going to be a thing.
Protect our kids.
Yeah.
Let me stop.
Maybe rock.
Just Spotify number one artist.
Until not like us.
Yeah, Kendrick, I think, got it for like a week, and then Drake took it back over.
Dude, he's never going to do those numbers again.
When Van and I were kids, Gabe, you're just a shade too young. Isaiah, you're way too young. There was this thing losers were into called TRL, and they were super excited about who was number one on TRL every day.
Very, very excited.
Yeah, that's what Isaiah sounds like right now.
Do you remember when Nookie by Limp Bizkit took over the Backstreet Boys?
No.
I want it that way.
No, what I want is Harry Connick Jr. to team up with Lil Wayne and do a New Orleans-style banger halftime show. That's what I wanted. I didn't get it.
So the second the news dropped that it's not going to be New Orleans specific,
Stupid.
I was like, man, they missed out on a great opportunity. One of the greatest music cities in the world.
Yeah.
You don't just highlight Lil Wayne. It's New Orleans. It's everything from New Orleans.
I agree.
Boosie up there.
Yeah.
They'll boost you up there.
I've never heard.
I mean,
How often is it location specific?
the halftime show?
Yeah.
Almost never.
Well,
The Miami one?
Miami one.
Yeah.
Prince is the only one that comes to mind.
That's the best one, by the way. That is the
That
best.
is still on my.
That one being the best was weather related.
Super sweet.
If it didn't rain while he was singing Purple Rain, it might not be that legendary.
Well, God
And I love Prince.
God loved him.
It'll be top 3.
Yeah, no, he's in my lifetime is one of the best ones ever.
Also,
Along with Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance.
New Orleans
It's
music.
still up there for me.
New Orleans music, just like New Orleans food, overrated.
Well, they don't make the music for you. That's for sure.
Bad Blood was.
The jazz music there, the blues music there, the local Creole music there, and like how it blends together.
Fred, you're a blues guy.
Like
You gotta be.
The funny accents.
Yeah, absolutely. Big Chuck
he's a
Berry.
St. Louis blues guy. He's not like the actual blues guy.
Motown.
Right, that's a different place again. That's a third place.
Also, it's a different
I
place.
know,
It's a different
segueing.
place and genre
I was
of
hard.
music.
I was
Did we talk
segueing.
about Kid Rock already?
Let's
Being
do
Motown.
You should. Yeah, why not? Put him out there.
He was sadly
rather not.
found alive and well.
I don't know what that means.
Kid Rock sucks.
Got it. This is good.
SZA is great. So I mean, I really think they're all part of the same kind of record label.
Yeah, it's all part of the machine.
Yeah, TDE.
It's all
But
pro wrestling.
And who's the machine?
Pro wrestling.
this is very true.
Bert Kreischer.
Oh.
The machine.
You
Hey,
can
I got big beef with Bert.
say,
Kreischer.
dude, miss me with Bert Kreischer.
They had the same handler at the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and Bert Kreischer like screwed up his schedule, so he had to bump the lovely Paige Sporonic, who I had on my golf program booked. So I didn't get to meet Paige in person and get some great golf content for filling the holes right here on the Sports Animal every Saturday morning at 8.
That's right.
And I am upset.
Bert Kreischer, he has that one joke.
That is correct. That's a very good way to describe him.
And then I'm like, hey, you sound like everybody I used to party with when I was younger. It was like, one time I missed my kid's pickup at school because I was drunk.
That's his
Like,
one joke.
That's a flex right there, is it not?
The problem last night, make sure, am I using this name correctly? K-Dot?
Yes.
K-Dot?
That's one of his
Okay.
nicknames, one of his
Now-
aliases.
Now, K-Dot,
I like the way that sounds.
am I saying it correctly?
Yeah, it rolls
Okay.
off smooth.
So, he's very tiny.
He's a small guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, people didn't know that until last night, because no one really knows who he is.
Oh no,
Well,
Drake.
Again, hard
Drake-
disagree.
That's all Drake had on him in the initial songs. Is like, you wear small shoes.
Oh, he also has small feet?
And then Kendrick was like, will you touch children?
Oh, gosh.
Well, then Drake was like,
Wow.
Drake's like, you put your hands on your wife, and Kendrick's side's all like, yeah, we're not going to address that. Let's just let that one
Because
die
it's
out.
not.
They very
Not-
much addressed it. It didn't happen.
No, they didn't. Not like us got so big that literally no one cared what Drake said at that point.
Again, why do you
Exactly
keep
what-
complimenting Kendrick and no one cares what Drake's thinking about?
That's what
Yeah.
happened. Not like us was so big.
So-
They're like, I don't care.
To be clear, you
So
three...
he made the greatest diss song of all time.
Ooh, that
No
movie-
one knows who he is. Nobody cares about him. But it's the biggest song of all time.
Correct.
Won 5 Grammys for that very song, and got to perform at the halftime show.
Well,
But no one cares and no one knows who he is.
it's all part of the work.
It's all pro wrestling.
It's all pro wrestling.
Hey, and it's pro wrestling is just proven to be damn good.
That's a lot of people like it.
Yeah, I don't. The day I got my wife at a Duke City Championship Wrestling show,
Nice.
she's like, "Wow, I need to know why they're treating Hobo Hink that way," And it's just, but yeah, this is the musical version of it.
I'm not surprised that the Spotify plays for Not Like Us go up because people had to try to understand the words that you couldn't hear on the broadcast. Like, I super get it. Like, it's all part of the game.
Well, also, yeah, the day Drake sued UMG about this song, the streams went up again.
All they cared about was if Kendrick was going to say Drake, and he did.
Now, who is they?
The ether.
Everyone
right?
watching.
Drake fans. That's the point.
And Kendrick. More Kendrick fans. You to be honest, most Drake fans probably weren't watching.
Well, he didn't say the word pedophile. He skipped over that.
Yeah, he let the crowd do that one.
And he also let the crowd, it felt like every single person in the crowd knew that song because that A minor was so unbelievably loud.
When he won the Grammy for Record of the Year on a diss track. Again, this is all unprecedented diss track history right here. In that no diss track has really ever, had mainstream success like this.
Yeah,
except for Shania Twain.
Thank you.
It had all the ingredients though. You had social media. You add in Drake, and then you add in Kendrick, who his fans have been begging for him to drop music for a little while, and he's like, all right, well, Drake woke up the monster, so now I'll start rapping. And we got more Kendrick songs in about a month and a half in that span than the Kendrick fans had literally gotten in about 2 years.
I know. I have a gym playlist. It's called I Hate Drake, and it's all the songs.
Was this before the beef?
Well, to me, it's like it's a quality over quantity issue. You could say like Drake has the most streams, but yeah, he's constantly spitting out garbage club songs.
And we're doing
with irrelevant artists.
No one said he was garbage before this beef. He was the guy.
Serena Williams said. Serena Williams.
Well, before or after she dated him?
After.
Okay, that's typical.
Of what?
Of a girl to do when she gets dumped by a guy. She hates him after.
Well, we don't.
Especially when you're Serena.
Hey, she's very talented.
You're gonna dump me?
Yeah. We don't know what happened.
Drake's like, yeah. Oh well,
yeah. He's like, yeah, dude. This girl's about to turn 17. I gotta hop on it while the iron's hot and young.
He says, "I'm young." Oh gosh.
The final takeaway is
Drake sucks.
If you thought Drake sucked beforehand, you really like this. And if you thought Drake didn't suck, you really hate this. And if you're like the majority of everyone else, you just didn't get it. That's all it is.
I feel like both of you just really hurt. Like this hurt the fans that are fans.
Zay's
of both
watching his parents fight right now.
Because we're forced to pick it. You're forced to pick a.
Yeah, he
really
doesn't
like
know
that.
Who he's gonna live with now.
Mom and dad both. You're like, oh my gosh. You're like, I play football with dad. He got me through more, but that's mom. You know,
it's Drake.
Well, Drake for me would have been the playing the football and stuff like that. He's my pregame playlist guy.
Yeah. When you were in middle school, he would have loved to help you throw a football.
His music was made for people your age at that age.
If we go down a list of things that a person goes through in life, you say, okay, which artist has music that can help you out or at least appeal to these situations? Drake is going to dominate that checklist.
Are all of your situations drinking in clubs with young women?
No, you can go heartbreak. You can go wanting to make money.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is it's about him going to therapy. And as a man, I'm like 6 months younger than Kendrick Lamar.
You idiots are so hard to talk to.
Kendrick's deep.
The ultimate soundtrack for growth is John Williams from Star Wars. You see young Luke Skywalker, and then his development. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Drake is the main guy for
young girls
going through a heartbreak. You could talk about want to make money. You want to talk about fake friends. You want to talk about betrayal. You want to talk about
why does he keep surrounding himself with people that betray him?
Because everyone feasts off him. You can see it. Everyone would love to hop on a Drake song.
They gave Kendrick the information that buried him.
All these people that are on Kendrick's side, all at one point. Drake brought Kendrick out on a concert. He kickstarted Kendrick's career on Take Care.
He should have had a V8 instead.
It's Tuning On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports England. Welcome back to the program where we put a bow on hip-hop in the halftime show. The only other little hip-hop takeaway I had was the commercial with Snoop Dogg, who I guess now the internet is calling lapdog, which I don't hate, and how he is talking about this anti-hate, this unification stuff of America, and completely disregarding that him and Nelly hung out with the president for inauguration.
Yeah.
Well, this is
and also with Tom Brady, who had a MAGA hat in his locker.
Yeah.
When he retired.
Well, and that's on the heels too of last time Trump was elected, Snoop Dogg was like, "I'm clowning the first rapper who performs at Trump's inauguration."
The way you phrased that was light.
No, that is the diet, zero sugar, no fat version of what he said. But he said, hey, I'm coming after whoever performs at Trump's inauguration in 2017.
He's addicted to money?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a hell of a drug, I feel.
I don't have enough to know.
Yeah, I wouldn't,
I have some.
It's one of those things. There's some things in my life I've never touched because I'm like, I won't stop if I do that.
Mm-hmm.
So money is definitely one of those things. I have a wife.
You just can't.
So I can't have money.
I mean, I think that stuff goes noticed. It's like, I'm not fooling anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point...
Stop trying. He's not even trying to fool anyone anymore.
Right, and it would kind of hurts. The thing is, though, is nobody is getting hurt by this, They're like, oh, that guy's just a commercial guy. Look at Shaq. Or,
The 2026 Super Bowl halftime performer will be who? Who do you put in San Francisco?
The next guy to district.
That's a good angle. That's a good bit.
Yeah, Pusha T, I think, is...
Yeah.
Surprised he didn't come out, really.
Is he from New Orleans?
No.
Oh, wait, because that would have kept him out.
No, he famously, actually...
He got Drake worse than Kendrick did, honestly.
Well, yeah, Drake... They found out Drake
Such a Kendrick hater, dude.
But Pusha literally exposed Drake's kid. Like, he exposed his son, and then he actually had to come out in the publicly.
Say, yeah, I do have
If this episode gets big enough, Zay, Kendrick's coming after you.
I hope he doesn't.
Everybody share this.
Hey, I'll write back.
So the question still remains, or are you two just so obsessed with your fan base of these two performers you can't even forecast to the future for legitimate conversation?
Man, it's going to be like Chapel Roan or something. I think they're going to go...
They have to go opposite.
Right, she is from the Missouri, Oklahoma area, so I don't think she's going to be the San Francisco one.
But it doesn't have to be a San Francisco. So,
no, obviously not, but there's a ton of talent out there.
Yeah, Metallica, Green Day, Journey, Third Eye Blind is from San Francisco.
That one's not very relevant.
I think it swings the other way, right? So, hip-hop 2 years ago, and then performers, hip-hop this year, there'll probably be a band. I see, like, Cali band mashup. Like,
I would like to see
Peppers, Foo Fighters, Green Day. Like, you're right.
Well, but they're going to LA the year after that. Yeah. So you can kind of hold off on that if you wanted to do, unless you want to go only LA hip hop in 2027.
And also keep in mind, Jay-Z's got like a big say in who gets to play.
Is he Apple Music now?
He's Apple Music, but he's like at the top of the committee for who chooses.
No, not much longer.
Yeah, we'll see. Bar none.
We'll see. I saw the documentary.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if it was like Morgan Wallen or somebody, like a country guy.
God. Yeah, I'm going to turn into one of those old white guys next year if they have Morgan Wallen.
I mean, after
this guy sucks.
After seeing what Kendrick did, like, the administration is going to put their thumb on it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Trump said that, like, he's going to be the head of the Kennedy Honors Society. Now he's just going to be, the next year I'm choosing the Super Bowl. I'm choosing what teams get to go. I'm choosing who plays at the halftime show.
Who would be great at it if his history wasn't his history would be Chris Brown.
Man,
you're just leaning into this Drake and Chris Brown stuff too hard, dude.
Since when did Chris Brown?
He really bangs the set.
He was not a fan of. I'm not a big fan of Chris Brown, but the guy's a great performer. Guy's a great performer. He just won a Grammy as well.
Oh no,
Grammys.
I've seen people get mad in their relationships over the Chris Brown pictures.
Oh yeah,
at his concerts. Because he helps himself to a handful.
And guys will be sitting right there with the girl, like
of what pictures of Rihanna's face after getting out of that car.
No, it's like girls kissing on Chris Brown. And the boyfriend's like,
yeah.
All right, so it's the Grateful Dead, though, right? That's what they're going to put up there. Like if we're talking about,
man, actually, so with John Mayer,
I'm grateful for that answer. but they're mostly dead.
No. See,
They're mostly dead now.
that's so funny.
But John Mayer's playing with them right now, I think.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
Is Metallica from out there? Also, to be fair,
Metallica is.
To be fair.
I feel like audiences know Metallica lyrics about as good as they know Kendrick lyrics, so that one's gonna suck too.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, if you like Pearl Jam out there and you're telling me you don't understand Kendrick Lamar, shut up.
I mean, you could, like, some people, like, put on Spanish when they go to sleep. You can do the same thing with Metallica. You can sleep with one eye open.
Dave Gambino, thank you for joining us
Thank
today.
you for having me, everybody. Stay safe.
Oh, I like that. That's a good goodbye from him.
And he's like actually asking you to be safe.
Yeah, please.
No, please.
Not to get
For real.
crazy out there.
Yeah, look up behind you. I think Luke is making his debut tonight. We're going to talk about that. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Channel. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Zooming On. The Luka Doncic Foundation is donating $500,000 towards wildfire relief efforts in LA.
Good start for him.
Promises to rebuild courts, playgrounds, and fields that were destroyed because, quote, every kid needs a safe place to play. Let's go. Let's go. Ultimate blunder of all time, Dallas Mavericks. This will go down.
It's the second worst trade in the history of all sports. Only losing to Babe Ruth.
It looked good for maybe 35 minutes of real time when Anthony Davis scored 22 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 blocks in the first half of the game. And then the inevitable happens.
Proof of a curse is what happened.
Yeah, his groin popped. So he's an adductor strain. He's out for 3 weeks.
The Kings almost got double what the Mavs did for De'Aaron Fox. Like double for Luka.
Picks. Not overall value.
I would say yes, overall value. I'd rather have Zach LaVine than Anthony Davis.
Did you see his numbers down?
Anthony Davis?
He had 26 and 14 for like 2 quarters and maybe 4 or 5 minutes.
And then what happened?
He got hurt.
Oh, he got hurt.
The Zach LaVine gets hurt.
I think, in the words of Michael Stipe, everybody hurt.
I think the worst deal in history is probably the Louisiana purchase. Number 1.
Okay.
Number 2,
We got a lot of examples of that. Those weren't like even swaps contractually. They're like, hey, we're the military might now, you're gonna mess with us. I do. It's insanely lopsided. We weren't even close. Like, I just expect, now that we're past the Super Bowl and it's like a new season for media, I just expect something to come out that Luka was like sleeping with the new owner's wife or kid, or he personally said something awful. Mark Cuban, like, they kept Mark Cuban out of it because they knew Mark Cuban would not make that trade. Like, they 100% knew that Mark Cuban would nix the trade, even though he is the number one decision maker there. He heard about it right up at the deadline and tried desperately to stop the trade. He would not allow his opinion to take seed. And also, the trade was so bad, you can't make it in 2K. You can't make it in any basketball video game.
Lakers played tonight, Utah Jazz, and Los Angeles Lakers. 8:30 Central. And LeBron both problem.
I think it's.
Was that not correct?
No, you're right. I was saying, I don't know. This Lakers trade, I think it definitely seems super lopsided. Mavericks, as of right now, is okay. I think it is. It makes a little bit of sense. You see, Rick Carlisle used to coach Luka. He's not the coach of the Pacers. He came up to before the game and said, "I wish you good luck. If you're lucky, we're into the prize space tonight. There is an opt-in protected to go ahead and take the more
Promo code KNML. Play prize pick the first $5 lineup and we will give you a $50 hair.
They are giving
7x7
in honor of Luka's first game. They're giving 7 different discounts where his projections are discounted as sprinkled.
There's a burger.
You're getting free goblins.
You put a burger as the emoji. I don't like that.
Mine has a light. What do you mean, burger?
Mine has a light. That's fair.
Burger.
Promo code KNML, and that will allow you to get a match $50. We'll also have a deposit bonus. It was low-key kind of lucky. Trying to get you interested.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, don't lose interest in this, guys. We're still fun.
I only have one credit card because my wallet was stolen in New Orleans on Bourbon Street. Wow. Yeah, well,
That's the thing that really has to
I think that really Well, I'm normally pretty aware and savvy, but your boy had some drinks.
Oh, man. I can't tell you how delicious the drinks are.
Yeah.
On that Bourbon Street, especially drinks after the first 5. They just get so much more delicious and delicious. And by the way, hey, that place is shoulder to shoulder. Unless Fred's like needed his card in a situation, he could have gone hours without it.
Correct.
Like, it is so insane down there.
And then people that are there to make trouble, like they just come in from out of, they're like, oh, a bunch of works, like Fred Slow are there.
Yeah.
Let's come in from out of town. It's almost like you go to Brazil or something. Just wait for the tourists. Yep. That's what happened to me. I became the victim of it.
You know what I look like. You know how aggressively Anglo I appear. And the better dressed I am, the more Anglo I look. And a skinny white guy in a blazer and matching pants on Bourbon Street. I was propositioned for all of the drugs. Every single drug you can imagine. They're like, oh, that guy right there? That's the one we're going to ask.
There are no laws in New Orleans. It's a lawless land. Vegas,
for a lot of people.
Yeah. Vegas felt very safe. Phoenix felt very safe and kind of boring. LA, very safe and fun. New Orleans is where I flirted with death.
What do you expect for
I think that made it more fun.
Oh, yeah.
That there's that element of danger.
Yeah, touche.
What do you project for San Fran next year?
Granola bars and flannel and weed.
Yeah, like
Birkenstocks.
Nice dinner dates and be home at a reasonable time.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Coffee everywhere.
So I was propositioned for drugs so much, Zay. Instead of like just saying no and just have another guy come
That's
up.
what Nancy Reagan said.
What I did was I started negotiating prices with
That's
them.
what you got to do.
And I think they told all of their friends to like not mess with me. He's like, all he's gonna do is haggle with you, with no intention of buying drugs whatsoever.
And then there was, just like hotel rooms, drugs were so ample that the price came down really, really steeply on the night of the big game. Allegedly.
We wouldn't know.
Yeah, we wouldn't know. Also, if any of my credit cards were used for that, I wouldn't know because I turned them all off immediately.
Nice.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. I got 3 charges on one card, easily contestable.
Are you? Wow.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
I was a fool.
Things like things like that. Oh man, that gave me road rage.
What?
Like the smallest, I would take that out in other ways in my life. If I had to accept that someone else had grabbed a hold of my wallet and tried using it, I'd be driving somewhere and just feel like everyone's trying to get over me. You're probably that guy has my wallet.
Yeah, in my 40 years,
There, okay.
In my 40 years, I've taken one out. I think I'm good. I think my percentiles are still pretty good.
That's the first time. I lost my mind.
Oh, I did not lose mine. Let's be clear.
Yeah. It's a different. See, that's why you gotta switch sides, buddy.
Bourbon Street chewed me out. Chewed me up.
You gotta be a front pocket guy like me.
That's what I learned later from townies.
If you're able to pilfer my front pocket wallet, my skinny little quarter-inch front pocket wallet,
It's yours.
you're a magician and you're welcome to whatever I have on me.
You have no cash. You're not a cash.
Me? No, I never.
Okay. So there. Oh,
Yeah.
I have cash on me right now because I had to go get some from a credit union, and I went to the credit union to get it, and then that's when I realized I didn't have my ID because it was also taken. Ooh. So I had to go back to the Airbnb, get my passport. Oh, it was the whole. Lost half of them, but also sobered up substantially driving around.
Oh, God, I bet.
Louis debuts tonight for the Lakers. Smart on the Lakers. Until now, after the full season, this will be the most watched Lakers year.
play the Mavericks. It's going to be second.
Is that a Saturday?
That'll be first. That's on the 25th.
That's a Tuesday. So now this will be time.
They play in Dallas.
Yeah, this will be time. Debuts are more important than that.
Yeah, if AD was playing, then the Mavericks, I think.
Might have been in the mix then.
Yeah, Luka's on he's on 50 watch for the Mavericks.
Luka is no longer the Dallas Maverick. He's only a Laker moving forward.
Never say never.
He's meant to be there. Everything about it makes sense. Now, really, it did alarm me by how quickly he brought this point up. I think he's also just smart. But you're taking a guy that's internationally the biggest, maybe outside of Wemby, possibly Jokic. I still think Luka's bigger. Well, Wemby might be on his way to being as big as Luka.
Wemby would not be, though, if that one Jimmy Butler dunk had counted. I messed it up, John Moran.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm sorry. All right, you keep going. I'm sorry.
You got Luka internationally. Combine him with the Lakers, who are the most popular NBA team. And then you combine those two together. I mean, so now, like Lincoln said, you're going to have guys in Slovenia rocking the Lakers jersey. Like, all over the country, there's going to be Lakers jerseys. The Lakers brand, if it needed it at all, which it did, is going to be humongous. Like, off the charts, bigger. I'm sure everything about the franchise is going to make more money.
It's only about money.
They're still the Lakers. Yeah. They made money with Nick Van Exel. Like, they're going to be fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine, though, especially now. I mean, you got Luka, when and if LeBron leaves. I mean,
Ever now, right?
yeah. But whenever that day does, who's not going to want to come to LA? It's not like you're going to play with Jimmy Butler.
Press pause. Everyone wants to go to LA no matter what.
Very
You would think so, but a lot of guys have been turning us down. Them, us. You got Klay Thompson, most recent before them was Paul George twice. Why did it? Carmelo did it.
Kawhi went to LA.
You go to the Lakers, though. Well,
To LA. We're talking about LA.
But with Luka, not just LeBron, because they knew AD's injury history. Like, I'm not going to go play with a 40-year-old LeBron and a guy who's only going to play 30 games a year.
yeah, because if we don't win the championship, they're not going to say it's my fault. LeBron gets it. It's just Luka. Oh, look at you.
It's almost like the Mavericks are being ran by the guy arrested Cowboys.
Tell me about it.
It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. 14. My Prize Picks is doing a max $250 deposit thing, so I just did it.
Okay.
So I'm sitting pretty flush right here.
Nice.
Also, a $20 NBA protected play.
Okay.
So I'm about to play $20. Now it's protected, so you know what that means. I'm only playing demons. You know how I do.
Okay. Suggest some deep.
All right. So what are the upcoming games? There's Dallas and Sacramento, Denver and Portland, Los Angeles Lakers and Utah Jazz. Those are the three I'm going to choose. Okay. I like playing the points per down assists. It doesn't look like they have any demons there, so I'm going to get away from it. Is there anything demon-wise that's jumping out to you guys?
Not yet. There's a few guys I like at their regular amount, or they're definitely got a lot of great goblin amounts so far, but no demons I really like. Give me one.
No, I mean, we got time. Like Thompson, he's kind of the guy now. There's not a lot else down there.
It's him and Kyrie.
I don't think he'll go for more than 19 and a half. No. You think Kyrie will?
His line's at 19 and slam.
Oh, no, his is not. His is like 30.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say they're glitching.
But he's not been having those games. I think he's been under 20 recently.
He was, but I don't know how he finished last game. The first game without he had like
13. He had 13. 13 against Houston, 19 against Boston, and he had 34 against Philadelphia. So that's like.
All right, one of the regulars I really like, John Collins, Utah forward. So his demon is 19 and a half.
That's point.
19 and a half points. He's gone 21-19, 21-19. Usually that would be a stat line for the regular projection. That's his stat line. So I really like that. His goblin is basically
19 and a half for John Collins. I like that. Hey, good note. Okay, I like that start. It's just like basketball.
In all jokes aside, as we make this transition into heavy NBA, the NBA could not help this item. Especially with all the talks of NBA ratings dropping. I mean, this was something that definitely is going to help.
When's the last time Luka played? Christmas?
Yeah. Like that.
I don't think it has. I don't think he played it all day. That's what I'm saying. His 29 and a half demon.
That's ridiculous.
let him just fall out.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Everyone will defer to him.
Like, not on accident either. You know what that means? We've got LeBron assist.
Another sexy one for you. Right? Isaiah Collier, also on Utah, he's a guard.
Points still?
Rebounds.
Right, hold on, pull up rebounds.
3.5 rebounds for Isaiah Collier. More than 3.5 rebounds. He's gone 5, 4, 6, 1.
How's this rebound just offense or defense?
Just rebounds total.
Oh.
Total rebounds. He's a guard. He doesn't get a lot. But he's hit his 4 out of the last 5. And it's a deal.
Now, who is this?
Isaiah Collier, guard for the Utah. Is this still Jazz? Are they still Jazz?
This is a deep cut one.
You're welcome.
Alright, so Isaiah Collier, more than 3.5 rebounds. Right, I like that one I got.
You're on to something that LeBron is awesome.
I'm telling you, right?
It's that game. And last game, he had 8. He scored a lot of points. So obviously, he's going to be shooting less.
Well, it's going to be the pass show.
8.5.
LeBron are like 2 out of the best 5 passers in the league.
8.5 is this demon, and I'm gonna go more on that. So I'm up to 4 demons. And what's up, your boy Austin Reeves? Is he gonna pass it too?
No,
he
he's
is
trying
power.
that. Well, he's at 40 last week. 45.
Not
But-
assist.
No.
He had 7, which is more than his 5.5. I think I'm gonna give him the more. Who wants
He's
assist?
going to be really tired.
Yeah, but the more on assist for Reeves.
That's what I'm doing.
Because he's not going to be scoring as much.
No.
LeBron and Luka.
I like that. So that's my 5th, and I need a 6th pick.
You already got the LeBron decision.
I already got that. Yeah, I already got that. Now, who are they playing? Who do we think?
The Utah Jazz.
Right. Maybe there's one for turnovers from them. That's what I need. I'm really going with the narrative. All right, they do have a turnover. Here's Zach LaVine could have more than 2.5 turnovers for Sacramento. That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Aaron Gordon, 1.2. Walker Kessler, 1.5 turnovers. Smashing the more on that. That dude is flat-footed. He's got big thumbs.
Bonus. Jackson Hayes fantasy score more.
Those don't demon. That's the problem. We're going with the demon lineup. All right, so I just put that in there. So it's 110 times the man. $20. Let's go. Yeah, I know.
I'm tired of losing. I gotta be very, very specific.
See, you gotta be okay with the small wins.
They see that's it.
You gotta give me those opt-ins. It's like, oh, all right.
You get one of those special discounted plays that add a couple goblins. It's okay just to go 3-1. It's okay to go 2.5. It's okay going 4-1 sometimes. Take those sure things. Keep yourself in it, buddy.
We're on different.
Red goes long shot every time. I go reasonable every time, unless statistics tell me not to.
I hedge. That's what I do. I hedge. One big long shot and one safe. Pay me back.
Baseball season. That's when the money's going to go.
Once.
Right, my coattails this season.
I'm riding you guys better than I did last year. I kept getting a little stubborn, make a little different pick of my own, and ruined it.
Promo code KNML will match $50 on your first $5 lineup. Download and play with us on PrizePicks. Look, it is kind of fun. And like if you're that guy at home, it's like I don't like the NBA. I also didn't like the halftime shows. I don't like the NBA. This helps. Also,
Big overlap there.
it's real easy to become a fan of the Lakers now because they have Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic and connect. Like it's real easy to be a Lakers fan right now.
Because of their obvious, natural, innate talent.
Yes.
Seeing them perform together. Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah, that's not
That's not right.
No, he's crazy.
Trying to nerve somebody.
No, NBA type of Super Bowl was just yesterday. All right, Isaiah, taking the call before we break.
Oh, yeah, of course. Like Orlando.
Right, friend of the show, Orlando. Welcome to 2 Men On.
Hey, what's going on, Fred and Ben?
Oh, we survived NOLA, barely.
Barely.
I know, I was going to say, what a bad friend of the show I am. Wow.
You're busy.
But I just wanted to commend you guys. Well done on Radio Road. And even you guys can do competition for golf. I mean, I'm not a golf guy. I'm not a wrestling guy, even though it's meant I might met you in person. Fred, I still have to meet Ben in person.
No, you don't.
You heard me talk crap for a while.
For Fred's sake, you want to meet me because I'm lovely in person.
And then you did the wrestling thing. I mean, Fred, I think you kind of, you brought other wrestling stars on. That was good. Keeping up the tradition for that Saturday show at 8 o'clock, and then the wrestling show at 8, and then the wrestling show at 9. Get right up there.
Orlando's the one.
Appreciate you, Orlando.
What's that?
Appreciate you, Orlando. Sorry to cut you off.
No. You guys can be proud of me. No Arby's for yourself. I haven't had Arby's since the last time I talked to you.
Sticking to your resolution. I like that.
Nope.
Sticking to your New Year's.
No curly boys on Super Bowl Sunday?
And it just happens that I haven't got it. I think I did. But anyway, what a shocking Super Bowl. We got the Super Bowl after 3 years, and then we got this. But I was jealous of you there, that everything up close and personal. But anyway, you guys gotta go to break. Check in. in for a while. You guys are awesome. Keep doing it. And I will talk to you next time.
We consider this
You got a deal.
You're that respected to her. I see it.
I was pretty bummed out that there wasn't more golf represented at the Super Bowl this year.
We talked about that on your show.
Correct.
We talked because of the waste management help.
Right.
It was good.
You would think the PGA Live has been present at the Super Bowl since they started. They were Live golfers were on our program the last 2 years at the Super Bowl. No one was there from Live this year. Obviously, no one was there from PGA because everyone was in Phoenix at the Phoenix Open. Like, not a lot of influencers or YouTube golfers, because obviously they're going to be doing their thing in Phoenix too. So I felt my program was a little underrepresented in the Super Bowl. We got to change that next year.
I don't.
Paige Sporonic was there, and
She wouldn't know.
that's amazing. She was Paige Sporonic. When she said she had to cancel, I walked up and I was talking to her handler. He told me the situation. Bert Kreischer, by the way.
And the
She did
claims.
Yeah, I know like entry level ASL sign language. She did the sorry thing saying, and sorry means you just like rub and circles over your heart.
Okay.
And she kind of smushed her chest down and like made deep eye contact. And I was like, please don't do that to me. Like I can't get those kind of feelings from American sign language. Like, please stop.
She actually had the planet Saturn rings of protection on her from everyone except for weirdo Bert Kreischer.
What's up with him? He sucks, dude.
He broke my heart. By having his antics ruin some other interviews, and then Paige having to.
And his
Also, NOLA, the golf guy saying, you know that guy?
NOLA.
He's an Instagram influencer. He's a really funny guy. Trying to bring golf to the Latin community. Okay. He was in town, like, doing stuff at parties and events, but was not on Radio Row. If I'd have known that, I would have got him on Radio Row. NOLA.
Figure it out.
NOLA. Got you in, my dude.
Whenever we get back from the break, more 2 minutes. 95.9 FM and AM 610. program. Welcome back to Two Men On. We normally, on this day every year, talk about commercials. It's normally like a big segment.
Sure.
They've kind of gone the way of like Hollywood movie. Something up.
Oh, no. Go to UC.com.
Go to where?
Commercial. You said it was
oh, okay. I missed that one.
He's like, yeah, I spent all my Super Bowl commercial money on my teeth. So, I'm off my phone again. Go to UC.com.
I missed that one. Is that a real commercial?
No commercial.
I don't know what it is.
He just sat there. He's like, yeah, so I spent all my budget money on the commercial.
He's like, not true.
He says, well, so he's saying, like, instead of that
Production value.
yeah, he's like, so I have to come off my phone. He says 3 times and waits about 10 seconds, which equates to about $1 million.
No, it's way more than that. It's $8 million. It was $8 million for 30 seconds.
It's $8 million every 30 seconds. It costs like $500,000 to film a commercial, $8 million to run it every time.
He spent about 10 seconds saying, so like if you're pumping gas, the dollar amount would have shot it to about $1 million. Which I'm sure he doesn't purpose.
What you're talking about, so maybe. I don't know if there's like good ones.
Like, I liked the Matthew McConaughey wear Jennifer costumes. I was kind of into that one. The Harry Met Sally was okay. Like, none of it was like, oh, this is a legendary.
Budweiser usually has that slow roll, like, I guess now probably drone footage, but historically not referred to that, like daily Americana feel thing. And they had another one this year, and it was not the business. It was like a Clydesdale chasing a rolling keg or something, and you're like, yeah, I get that it's new. I've seen it 30 times.
Yeah, I mean, they're usually pretty innovative. And the Bud Light with Post Malone and
Peyton Manning.
Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Peyton Manning was in it too.
yeah, Peyton Manning, dad shorts. Still average, pretty average.
Yeah.
I think a standout for me was the long-lost twin brother of David Beckham. It was Matt Damon, and he was like a legendary NFL punter.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that one.
The Harry Met Sally one?
Not bad, not good.
Yeah, worked for me.
I miss the days when you knew Doritos was going to have a top. There was a little stretch there.
Well, that's all Pepsi stuff. Yeah, they know what they're doing.
2007 to like 2010. Doritos running.
The Affleck one with Dunkin' Donuts.
This is how cliche like marketing industries become. There were multiple commercials. One for eyebrows and one for mustaches, where they flew off your face.
The Little Caesars
And
one.
flew around.
Little Caesars and Pringles.
Yeah, like they both had mustaches flying off. One was eyebrows and one was a mustache.
I'm a big Little Caesars guy as a company. I'm a fan of Little Caesars.
Self-aware.
Papa John's.
Yeah.
Not a Papa John's.
He said as a company.
As a company. I think that one you're talking about with Bud Light was a good idea, but not done well.
The party one?
The party one with the tractor
Could have been way better.
could have been way better.
Way better.
Everything was okay.
Also, like making a real one, a grill lawnmower with a aggressively large ice chest on wheels, and it had to be driven around New Orleans.
They did that.
was sweet. Yeah,
I didn't know.
they did that.
It was not great. Also, I'm about to sound like that guy. I get it. Women play sports. I get it. You got to keep telling me? Like, I get it. Like, Nike, I get it. You want flag football for women? I get it. Nike, you want to do a sweet black and white commercial where you put strong lighting to highlight muscle tone and do it? I get it. You can stop telling me that women play sports. no one's going to watch that.
There were a couple like draw at your heartstrings commercials that I thought were done well. That's not really the vibe of the Super Bowl or Super Bowl commercial, but getting drunk people emotional and have them overreact. I mean, that's good on you. I like that part of it. I think there's only one standout for me.
Where they killed that alien?
Yes.
Yeah, that was sweet.
And I came in not only because it's Totino's Pizza Rolls, but I'm a big Tim Robinson fan.
I don't know who that is.
Tim Robinson, like the I Think You Should Leave guy. He was a writer for SNL. He had another great show called Detroiters. Yeah. He's not like A-list, but he's like the best of like B-list comedians.
Okay.
He's incredible. And the Totino's Pizza Roll commercial was the only one that made me laugh out loud.
It made me laugh.
Yeah. It was like legit super
When
funny.
they killed that little alien, I know. Yeah, that's. Because they should have killed E.T. They didn't kill E.T.
Can't do that.
Also, I will see the new Jurassic Park movie. That's a fact.
Why stop the streak now?
Yeah.
You've watched like 17 Fast and the Furious. Might as well keep it going.
I've seen every Mission Impossible.
Those are movies like the
Mission
Jurassic Park.
Impossible. Let's change the name here. The Impossible Mission. He keeps beating somehow.
The Jurassic Park. I mean, they should just get better. I think like the better like access you have to technology to make better graphics. There's no excuse for movies like that. Like if guys back in the 90s or whatever that movie started,
It's 93.
if you can make the movie pop back then with dinosaurs, there's no excuse in 2025. You can't put out a good vision with the same plot. I'm sure the writers did. Or if it's the same movie.
Yes, it is low Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah,
This is going to be the best movie. It'll be the best. They're not going to waste her name on the first Jurassic Park.
Chasm. That's his name. That's his name.
Oh,
Hey, good on him for dying. For the Tostino. The worst one was the one where the guy had the human head of cowboy hat. I couldn't look at that.
that was awful.
It made my bellers feel weird.
If it would have been done better, I'd have been like, okay, not for me, but I get it. But I didn't get it.
I don't really know what TV is. I think that's Poor People TV.
I get it.
Why don't they just have a binder? We do.
It doesn't. It's free, right? It's free. You watch it.
I don't know.
To be free.
Rest in peace, Chasmo. Zooming on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Hey, sport. tuning on. We wrap it up. The Monday after the Super Bowl. We hit a fun little sports period right now. We're going to transition heavy into basketball.
Yeah, you see the Hollywood sign right now? They have changed.
No, is it out the window?
They have changed both L's upside down to mimic a 77, and it made it yellow. And I'm still trying to figure out if this is true, but I haven't found anything to say it's false.
I think that's just Photoshop.
I don't know. Usually people are quick to Photoshop AI, but I'm not seeing it.
Are you talking about a Gatorade commercial? You're talking about a Gatorade. You just been fooled by Gatorade?
No, there's more pictures, not just
Gatorade. Gatorade's ad for Luka Doncic's Lakers? Like, I'm looking at the Gatorade.
I think that thing's real.
Well, are you being serious?
Well, allow me, because it's taking a while to load, but there is a 24-hour webcam on the Hollywood sign.
Okay.
And if this thing ever loads...
Oh, he went straight to the meat and potatoes.
This is 100% a Gatorade commercial. Like, how could it not be? Also, he loves sugary drinks. That's Luka's stuff.
Yeah, that is not a thing that has...
No, that's not real.
Isaiah! You have eyes on the camera.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, brother!
And there's not 2 7s on there. It's 2 L's.
It's the exact
same.
Okay.
This is how your brain works?
I refreshed it to make sure it wasn't a stock video.
And you refreshed my brain, man.
You know the effort it would take? The sheer manpower it would take?
Every time there's like a bad weather event, like a hurricane or something on the East Coast, people show pictures of that Day After Tomorrow movie with like the Statue of Liberty getting flooded. Isaiah's the guy who gets fooled by that.
The only way they could have afforded it if the Dodgers did it and deferred the contract.
That's a good point.
Would it be that hard, though?
Yes! Yes, it would! Also, hear me out. People in LA and King County busy putting out fires.
Yeah.
I thought this might have been a big enough deal. I guess not. Staples Center is going to be, or Civic, crypto. I almost said Civic Center.
Ben, do you have any crypto arena jokes, Ben?
Yeah, they should trade.
Just giving you a chance there.
Yeah, they should trade for Zion and put Luka and Zion on Ozempic. Change it from crypto.com to Ozempic.com.
Oh, that's a good one.
They got to worry about their weight anymore, ever again.
Yeah, Luka got off that plane. He looks slim. Press conference.
He's
slim.
fine.
Maybe sucking in.
Same weight he's always been.
Maybe you know how you get that stage where it's like you got to suck in a little bit, but you don't have to actually inhale. You just got to hold your stomach in. Maybe he's hitting one of those.
This trade has nothing to do with Luka. This is all a middle finger to Congress and Texas and the NBA. When Mark Cuban sold his majority shares, sold it to the same lady, her family owns the Sands, Vegas Resort and Casino. She wanted to turn Maverick Stadium into a casino and have a bunch of destinations all around the stadium. They would not legalize gambling in Dallas City proper. So she is going to tank the Mavericks, make them lose their value, and move the Mavericks to Las Vegas. Dang. Trading Luka is step one.
Dang.
Right. There that is there. Yeah, that close. I think it's more of the owners saying, all right, hold on. We run this show, and here's proof. We're going to trade away Luka. So now everybody else, tread lightly, unless your name's Wemby.
They signed Luka to a max extension of like $80 million a year.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm surprised signed that extension is Jimmy. Originally, the Warriors talk stopped because he's like, I'm not going there. And then you sign a 2-year. So you know someone's being a crybaby.
No, that's how you negotiate.
O'Shea.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. I can't for money.
Yeah, you think the Warriors would offer them more than they would have to sign?
Yeah, that's called a negotiation.
For sure.
The other day, I tried to buy a thing on Facebook Marketplace. You know what I did? Negotiate.
Uh-huh.
I said, I'll give you $100 for your knockoff Albuquerque Duke's leather chair.
Oh, we going back to that? Sweet.
He said, nope. I said, shrewd negotiator. How about 110? He goes, blocked. And then he had it up on a different post. I said, what about I'm just cracking myself up.
I'm in.
Wait, hey, offer him $100.
I'm going after it.
He has me blocked now.
What was your biggest offer? 110?
100.
Okay, I'm going 111. This is the Price is Right rules.
Facebook Marketplace is my favorite thing for Albuquerque Duke stuff. Because I get all my Albuquerque Duke stuff, obviously, from Steve Tolentino at the Albuquerque Duke store. But people just have the weirdest stuff on there.
Got my PlayStation off of there. I was a little worried, but everything went smooth.
It's where I got my Switch.
Like your like from Workhorse type Switch, or
what is that?
Oh, I thought you meant like, it's a Switch on a gun.
What is a Switch on a gun? Like a trigger?
Ben, you help me out here or no?
Yeah, he's thinking about going by. There's going to be a Switch. That's what he's talking about.
I don't know what that is.
It's down from 500 to 300.
I know. I offered 100.
Okay, I bet I can get it for $149.99.
I'll go halvesies with you, and then we're just going to give it to Steve.
Obviously, we're just going to give it to Steve.
Isaiah, back in the studio. Wait, you're here next to us.
Mm-hmm.
Final word?
Glad you guys are back.
We'll see us for the rest of the month. Man?
Friend of the show, thanks for having so much fun with us last week as we were covering the Super Bowl in beautiful and historic New Orleans, Louisiana. Hope we got some great content for you, and more great content is coming on our Instagram at TalkABQ. Also, check out the opening drive every morning with Jeff and JJ.
Good job, everyone. Keep breathing.
See you at Rio Bravo tomorrow, Burke.